What's up, guys? Thomas Ma here alongside Josh Davis. Welcome to Week 15 of the NFL regular season as Philadelphia on the road in now rainy Seattle with more storylines that you can shake a fist at here tonight, Josh. And we got a good one brewing. Glad you guys are with us.
It is, very exciting here, and I'm going to mute this real quick. There you go. Okay. But no, I'm excited. I can't wait. We've got the matchup here, obviously. Lots of storylines like you're talking about. I mean, at least Hurts is playing. You know, I don't know. We'll see, I guess, to what extent he's effective. Anyone who's played sports, I'm sure, has played to some extent and some level of sickness. Now, to what Jalen is experiencing, I don't know how many of us have done that, because it sounds like it's been miserable enough for him to take a separate flight and, be in jeopardy of playing. And we know Jalen's character and mentality, so it takes a lot to even get him questionable to not play. But hey, he's going to suit up, so we've got him. I don't know. Have the Seahawks even announced officially? Because it seems like they're going Drew Lock, Geno, maybe not, but I didn't see an official report yet.
They have not officially announced it, but Geno Smith is not out for pregame warmups as of 5 minutes ago. Drew Lock is taking all the first-team reps. It will be Drew Lock most likely, and they will go ahead and dress Geno Smith. He will be the third-string emergency quarterback from everything that I have read. So it will be Drew Lock versus this guy. You see him on your screen right there, Jalen Hurts, who took a little while to come out to warmups. It was Tanner McKee and Marcus Mariota who ran out there first. McKee is technically inactive, but he's the emergency third-string quarterback. That's the new, Brock Purdy rule, if you will. But then finally, Jalen Hurts did run out onto what is, as you see, a very rainy and wet classic Eagle game in 2023, and he's warmed up with the ones. He's ready to rock, and he will be able to play. And it's what you mentioned, right? We know all the modern medicine is in his body right now. He's been pumped full of everything humanly possible in terms of IVs, in terms of food, in terms of pills that you could possibly have. The beginning of the game is not going to be a worry for me, Josh. It's the fourth quarter, right? How does he feel in the fourth quarter, and can he make those vintage Jalen Hurts plays we've come to know and love? Again, we don't know how sick he is today. The fact he's playing is good news there, but don't be surprised if it were to worsen during the game, maybe after halftime with the cold and the rain, if Mariota had to get in this one as well.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we don't, but you're right. I mean, as the game prolongs, fatigue sets in, maybe there's something there. You hope for not any sort of a setback. But yeah, the question that I have too is rainy weather, like we've seen the QB draw that Ryan Johnson likes to run sometimes, maybe a lot of times where we don't really want him to, but he likes to use Jalen there, and we've seen him run more frequently as of late. The last thing I would want to do if I'm feeling sick, if I got body chills, I got fever and all this other stuff, granted, you mentioned all the medicine, so maybe he's not feeling as terrible, but the last thing I want to do is go get hit. So I would feel like you're going to get maybe less runs. Could be dead wrong. But possibly you go against the grain and say, nope, we're going to run you, Jalen. You're going to get, the same dose of normally what you would see. But it feels like it could be an interesting one of the weather's not really cooperating with you, but it lines up more to say like, okay, if we can, drop Jalen back, let's just kind of throw the football. If we're able to do that, don't have to put him out there, get unnecessary hits, or like you mentioned there, the fatigue that would come into play if he's having to run the football, escape pressure, things like that. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to it. By the way, quickly give it a like if you haven't already. We appreciate you guys. Martin Krause here. Hi guys from Germany. Let's do this.
There you go.
I don't know what time it is in Germany. It's like 6 hours difference, something like that. It's a late one.
It's
so
late.
Appreciate it, Martin.
There you go. Also, all the other big news, which has been overshadowed by the Jalen Hurts sickness, is the fact that this guy right here is your new technically defensive coordinator in Matt Patricia. Is the name, are the two letters next to his name DC? No. But is he doing everything that a DC would be doing tonight, including be on the sideline, which he has not been? He's normally been in the booth. Yes, he is officially your defensive coordinator for the evening. What are your expectations for the Eagles defense? We've seen what he's done at defenses with the Patriots. Top 15 defense everywhere he's been as a DC. Head coach with the Lions, different story. Likes to run a lot of cover one. Do you think it makes a difference tonight?
I think it does. Absolutely. Yes. Without fail, without question. That may be, and Martin says, yep, 2 a.m. So there you go. That's extremely late for Germany. As Ryan also said, let's get this one. See y'all at halftime. Yes, we'll see you at halftime for those that tune in the breaks. But yes, as far as just the defense, like the question you had there, I think it makes a significant difference. And I've got a question for you too, Thomas, because we've seen the differences, right? We talked about Sean Desai, and as terrible as a lot of these games have started, we'd always say, hey, you know what? At least Desai makes the adjustments at halftime, right? Like he comes in, figures something out, and I don't know what the exact stats are, but I know we're much better in the second half than we are in the first half. But then I had this thought. So Patricia is up in the booth, and he's watching all this play out, right? Every first half. And then he comes down, and he helps make adjustments for the defense. My question is, How much of that, and that kind of goes into my answer as well of why I'm confident, but how much do you think that played an impact too prior to making this change of, hey, Patricia's coming down there? Is he giving the guys kind of the secrets and they're going, hey, maybe Patricia knows what he's doing here?
It's a fair question. We heard all week long that, guys were losing confidence in Brian Johnson and this whole idea, in Sean Desai, this whole idea that he wasn't that confident. He'd kind of get down when the Eagles were down. He wouldn't scheme up as well as people were thinking on both the defensive line and in the secondary, where the main problems have been in Philadelphia. If Patricia can fix 10% of the issues going on in Philly, they're going to get off the field more on third down. They're going to be better in the red zone, and they're going to be a better football team because of it. That's the hope tonight. And guess what? If there ever was a get-right storyline for the Philadelphia Eagles, you're playing, yes, a desperate Seahawks team, but you're playing the Seahawks' number 2 quarterback. It's official. It will be Drew Lock, not Geno Smith. A lot less accurate, more of a gunslinger. The idea that you could maybe get some interceptions and maybe get this defense back on track and start building momentum for the postseason, this is a team I think you'd like to go ahead and match up against. Now, one matchup we will be keeping an eye on tonight is obviously one, DK Metcalf, but really Kelee Ringo. And there he is warming up on your screen right there. He will officially get his first start as a Philadelphia Eagle after being drafted in the middle of the 2023 April NFL Draft. And Ringo's a guy who's gotten a lot of praise from his teammates, Josh. You did a video on that on your Daily Show a couple of days ago. Is he ready for the spotlight? That's the question. We know he has the size and the strength and the speed, and he has the pedigree coming from UGA, but he was kind of drafted a little bit later than expected due to the fact that he had some, pro comparisons that didn't make a lot of sense. Can he move laterally? Can he go side to side? Well, now he plays DK Metcalf. What do you think we're going to see from number 22 alongside James Bradbury back there in for Big Play Slay?
Yeah, it's a good question. Another area that we're going to be keeping our eye on. I hope that he plays well. He's played well in spurts. He's made some, good plays. And he also made some bad plays. We know in the Dallas game with the face mask and holding call or pass interference call, you get the 2-for-1 there. I'm not sure I'd seen that previously ever until he did that. So, rookies make mistakes. I think we all realize that. We know that. I'm hopeful because he does have some confidence, right? And he's been going up against AJ Brown for practice squad or for the scout team. So it's not like it's going to be brand new in terms of like, oh my gosh, I got DK Metcalf here.
Right.
I've never experienced someone of a physical stature like that. Like he's got AJ Brown, so I mean, there's a lot of similarities there. I don't think that he'll be intimidated from that standpoint, but it does bring up a fair question. I mean, this is in live action game time versus scout team where it's like, okay, you make a mistake. Like, is it that big of a deal? Probably not. So I don't know. I'm hopeful. It's also, his home state. So you could view that as a good or a bad thing, but you got probably the fans there, the family maybe showing up for this game. It would be so great if we're coming back from this going like, hey, he's made his moment. He shined in this, especially with the matchup. So that's what I'm hoping to see. I don't know though. I'm kind of 50-50. I go back and forth. I feel like it won't be as bad as what we've seen in the past, but we do need to see adjustments across the board, not even just with Kelee Ringo, but, we talk about it too as well with the linebacking core. I think we had a comment here earlier from, Bubba said, I'm excited to watch a full game of Shaq Leonard. I am too. Like I'm interested to see how does Shaq Leonard play? How do the guys play without a Zach Cunningham? I mean, what do you expect too from maybe this kind of two-part question here, but we know what the middle of the field has been or has not on the defensive side of the ball. You can dink and dunk to death. You can get it wide open. A change with Patricia, but also you're not going to have a Zach Cunningham here. Are you worried about the middle of the field still? Is there a little bit more of a, hey, we might be better because of Patricia here? Just curious on the thoughts there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you brought Shaq Leonard in to start in games like this. I mean, come on. He's supposed to be ready to go. He got limited snaps against the Dallas Cowboys. He was okay. He wasn't anything special. With an extra week under his belt, really the starting lineup or the starting spot offered to him beginning of the week because Cunningham's injury was essentially there and was going to be there for a while. This is his chance to go ahead and do that. And I want to quickly butt in here. We just got an update on Jalen Hurts. This is the final update before they start this game. He is still very much under the weather. He is still very much experiencing flu-like symptoms. He got to the stadium a little bit earlier than everybody else, trying to get as healthy as he possibly can. They just cut to a picture of him on the sideline there, Josh, and he looks sick. I mean, he genuinely, truly is sick. But if you're wondering if he got better today, he got better enough to play, but this is very much going to be a flu-like game for him. And I know the comparisons to Michael Jordan. He's a Jordan brand athlete. Jordan's was always kind of iffy if it was the flu or something else. This very clearly is pretty serious in terms of how he's feeling, and I think we're going to learn very, very quickly if he's going to be good enough to play. I think he's going to go out there and try, and if it works just fine, great. Do not be surprised if Marcus Mariota has to come in at some point in this game because Hurts is just not feeling well enough. And you mentioned getting hit while you're sick, it being 45 degrees, rainy. It just does not bode well for a sick player. And so we're going to obviously keep an eye on this right here. We welcome a lot of you guys in as we get ready to start this broadcast. If you don't hit the thumbs up button, we only have 71 likes between both shows. Hit the thumbs up button right now. The Eagles are going to win. We've always said that. That's not always been true, but come on. We like to believe that that's actually the case. And of course,
most of the time.
We appreciate everyone who's jumping in right here. Ward Season says, is Geno starting? No, Geno Smith officially is not starting. It will be Drew Lock for the second straight week as Geno deals with that groin injury. Joseph says, thanks. The guys are really good in front of the camera. I could see them on a pregame show. Well, you're watching our pregame show right now.
Hey,
so
all right,
right here.
That is it.
How about this one?
Appreciate
This game is...
Arthur
says this game is going to be so boring, and they flex the game. What a joke. Won't be watching this game. Okay, well, your option before they flex this would have been Patriots and Chiefs. So, I guess it's up to you in terms of how boring this game is going to be. I think it's going to be a fun game. I
do too.
think it's going to be a really fun game.
I'm hoping that it's a fun game in the sense of Paul says, honestly, I feel like we're going to wipe the field with them. You're more confident than I am. You were saying a 10-point game, I think 31-21. I'm maybe... I kind of go back and forth because, like, on one hand, we have Drew Lock here, right? So Drew Lock starting, not Geno Smith. I think that's a better thing for us. But then we have the Jalen Hurts factor, which, as you alluded to, and as we keep on wondering, you're probably going to know really quick. Like, it's not going to be, oh, hey, we get in, to the halftime and know our answer. It's probably going to be like first drive, second drive. Does Jalen look like himself? Yeah. Can he do most of everything we want to, or is it like, this is not going to work? Let's take him out and try Marcus Mariota. So. I don't know. I would love it though, yes, please. Can we get one of those controlling games, dominating games? How great would it be if we come away from this and we're saying like, hey, you know what? The defense won the game for us. Like, Patricia, it worked. He's looking better. The guys are playing with confidence and swagger. You don't have Slay, but it didn't matter. Like, that would be great. That would be awesome. But my prediction beforehand, maybe not as many points scored. I said 31-27 beforehand, but with the sickness and Drew Lock now, I don't know if there's that many points, but I still think it's going to be like a 4-point game as of right now. But again, I hope I'm wrong. I hope your prediction ends up being better because that'll be an easier game to watch here.
Every game is big, obviously, for the final 4 games of this NFL season. But right now, with Dallas Cowboys getting blown out again on the road, all their losses coming away from Jerry World, but particularly bad yesterday against the Bills. It was incredible. If Philly wins tonight, they get back up by a game in the NFC East. Obviously, Dallas goes to Miami the following week, and then they have to play the pesky and very good Detroit Lions. Philadelphia's schedule is a lot easier. A win tonight does not mathematically puts you atop the NFC East. A win tonight basically guarantees it, Josh, unless some pretty crazy things happen. And so at worst, you would be the 2 seed. At best, you could still be the 1 seed if you win out because the Niners have to play against the Baltimore Ravens on Christmas night, I believe, or the day after Christmas on Monday night. And if they were to lose that game, and again, Philly beats the Giants, the Cardinals, and the Giants, they would be back to the 1 seed and back to home field advantage. And I think that would make a massive, massive difference.
Oh, it absolutely would. Yeah, you play in at the link. We all know how important that is. You get the home field advantage, the crowd behind you, everything else too. And hey, you know what? I think we both saw this on Twitter, retweeted it. I'm sure a lot of people have. But I was asking you when we went live with the news of Sean Desai, being moved out, demoted, fired, whatever you want to call it, and Matt Patricia coming in. Has this ever worked out for a team? And off the top of my head, I couldn't think of anything.
Yep.
But the Baltimore Ravens with Caldwell had done that. They had like was it a 9-2 record? I think something so. Like that. Whenever I was seeing the tweet, and they made a move for the offensive coordinator position. So it's done before. Now, granted, that's on the offensive side of the ball, but still, I think that's a drastic change in the middle of a season. And they went on to the Super Bowl. So again, for those that are saying like, hey, this is a sign of doom and gloom, it's happened before. We'll see if it works. This is the start of it. But I'm excited to see it. We'll see if it pays dividends. I think it will. I am confident that it does. Now we get to see. By the way, too, Joseph says, I'm turning down the TV and turning you guys up. So, hey, appreciate that, Joseph. I know not everybody does, but if you want to, we will be sure to give you the play clock and the game clock so you can get synced up as always because we're on this stream and we're also streaming. There's about a play behind delay. So we'll give you the time to sync up. But for those that want to do that, we always appreciate you stopping by and hanging out.
Shout out Revved Up Mike. He says, sitting in a bar in small town Indiana eating a Philly cheesesteak for good luck. They need to turn it around. I think they will. I love that. I hope that is the case as we are getting ready to launch this one off. Golden Tate, The ex-Eagle, also
Oh,
ex-Seahawk,
yeah.
is raising the 12th man flag there, Josh. If you're syncing up with me right now, we're seeing Golden Tate raise the flag, and I'm very
Yep.
curious to see who gets the ball first. You're Philadelphia. Are you deferring? Are you going to let Matt Patricia figure things out quickly, or do you let Jalen Hurts try to use the adrenaline to get a first solid drive with the sickness rearing its ugly head right now?
Yeah, I would say get Jalen out there as quick as possible. Don't let him sit there, because if he has to wait for 5, 7, 10 minutes, 15 minutes of real time, I don't know, as sick as he's feeling, I'd say just get him out there, see if he can get the juices flowing. Maybe not the wrong juices, but get pumped up here. So
Well,
looks like they're going to take the ball.
they
There you
will,
go.
as this is kickoff is hot at the 15 by Boston Scott. Philly will receive it and gets a big hit at the 25. And so out will trot Jalen Hurts, who has been dealing, as we mentioned it, and as you know, with flu-like symptoms, but not the flu. If I had to guess, it's probably COVID-19 would be my guess there. But again, they're not going to tell us. But he has trotted out onto the field as Phillies all white with their green pants. And here we go with 14:56 to go on the opening play, on the opening drive for Philadelphia. As they break the huddle, Hurts is going to start off in the gun with DeAndre Swift to his right. Play clock at 21, Josh. How we looking?
I'm probably about 4 or 5 seconds behind. We can sync
All
up in a little bit here.
Hurts in the gun, stamps his foot, takes the snap. This will be a design quarterback run here as he's going to be across the 30, and he's got a first down and a big hit to the 37-yard line. There's a little read option to get things going, and I guess if you wanted to wonder how he's feeling, it looks good so far.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm a few seconds behind. I just saw the run there. I wouldn't have expected that. I would have thought, hey, you're not going to get him hit. But I guess maybe that's one way to get you reared up and ready to go for this game is first play out the gate. Let's run the football.
13 yards there. Play clock at 19, 18, 17. As we're linking with you guys on your TVs,
Okay,
you can pause it and then make sure Josh and I are synced up here. We know where you're at.
Yeah, I'm
Motion
12,
Scott
11.
out of the backfield. Here's a little toss to Swift, and he's got blockers in front and will go down for a gain of about 4. And he's going to be about 6 yards short of the line to gain. And so far, we've gotten Hurts and Agent Zero involved in the first 2 plays of this early Eagle drive.
There you go. There's your, I would argue that's your extension of the running game. Ryan Johnson says, some of the other plays he'll call that is technically a run. It was a throw backwards there, but it's kind of more like a wide receiver screen pass, but pick up a couple yards. I want to see Swift get a lot of action here. Please touch the ball 20 times tonight. Please.
Play clock at 15, 14, 13. Stolen the game 14, at tight end.
13, I'm like 2 seconds behind.
All right, Hurts under center, takes the snap. This would be a give to Swift, and he falls down for a loss of about 2. There's your first design run, and that did not work at all. And here comes your first third down of the evening, something Philadelphia struggled with on both sides of the ball, but also on offense as well.
Yeah, this is where we're going to get our answer, like you say, on both sides of the ball. Hopefully we've made some adjustments, but I mean, not a lot of, you're just not going to win on 3rd and 9. You got to get to these shorter downs and distance, but nothing was happening there. Even if Swift kept his feet, nothing happened.
3rd down and 9, play clock at 13, 12, 11, and now 10. Hurts in the gun.
Yep,
Gainwell to his left. 4 wide receivers on the field, including Goddard. They're bunched up at the bottom of the formation. Hurts takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Very clean pocket. Hurts steps up. Fires. Caught. There's Dallas Goddard across the 45. There's a big first down to number 88, who's back for a second straight game with the forearm injury, and that's a first down strike for Jalen Hurts. He looks fine so far.
Hey, I'll take it. Absolutely. Delivers a strike, like you said, to Dallas Goedert in between 2 guys. The coverage there looked like he had the zone. I think it was Wagner and maybe one of the other linebackers, but DG just finds the spot, and Jalen, that's a dart right there. There's no question.
That's a gain of 15. Hurts is going to do a little pop pass. That's going to be caught by Goddard. Breaks a tackle and then pinballs off of 2 defenders across the 40, maybe to the 38. That'll be a gain of 4 or 5. As Smitty had a block out in front. And so far, this drive has looked solid. And go back to that Goddard pass. Hurts has not been taking the underneath easy passes the past couple of weeks. And that was a great example of what he has not been doing and finding Goddard across the middle. Really good first couple of passes as Hurts has started 3 for 3. And I think we have a little timeout on the field with an injured, I think it's an injured Seahawk. But we're going to see, oh no, Landon Dickerson lost his face mask. Jeez.
I'm not sure I've seen that one before. I mean, he's literally just about detached.
Yeah, they're going to have to make sure that he misses a couple plays because they're going to have to fix that thing right there. I wonder if he got his illegal hands to the face or something like that. That's ripped off of his face.
Yeah, I would love to see the replay of how that even happened. It looks like they got a backup helmet for him, I suppose, because they're just handing him the second one. But I've never seen that happen.
Tyler Steen will fill in on this snap. Dickerson will come back in. Here's a first down throw. That's going to be caught by Smitty. That was a dangerous pass on 2nd and 5, and it'll be a loss of a yard. And that was very lucky to not be intercepted. And Smitty, he's slow to get up right now.
Yeah, he's hobbling. I can't tell if he's going to the sidelines or if he's getting back to the huddle, but it looks like he got kind of kicked in the knee there.
Kicked. Yeah, that's a stinger. He'll come off the field. I think he's going to be okay. Dickerson will come back out as well on this 3rd down. Probably 6 now. I think he lost an official yard. Let's see what they do here as Smitty's kind of rubbing that leg. It looks like he's going to keep his helmet on and be fine on the sideline. Here we go. 3rd down and 6. 7 to go on the play clock. 11:13 to go opening drive. Julio comes in motion, and Hurts is going to burn a timeout here. They didn't like what they saw, and they're going to think about it here on the opening drive of the football game. All right.
Well, okay. I know that we converted a 3rd and 19 or whatever it was on a wide receiver screen to Smitty, but that one play going back to last possession there, yeah. Can we just not do the wide receiver screen play? It just doesn't make any sense to me. If you're going to do it, they did do it the right way. I'm tired of you run a screen pass to, like AJ or Julio and ask the other receivers to block. But still, it's like, man, you got to have something else, right? So surely.
You would think that they would have anything better than that, but for whatever reason, because I think they converted on that 3rd and 19, a couple of times ago, they feel like it can still hit. So what are you going to do? All right, Smitty back out on the field here. He's fine. Must have been a little bit of a stinger. So here we go. 3rd down and 6. Eagles 1 for 1 on 3rd down so far this drive. Hurts, empty set here. Quez Watkins in the game as well. Hurts takes a snap. 4-man pressure. Clean pocket. Steps up. Fires. That's caught. First down. And breaking free is A.J. Brown. And he gets an extra 4 or 5 yards. That's another good underneath pass inside of a zone for another first down for Hurts. And again, he looks pretty good so far.
I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm telling you right now, the middle of the field will be open. It has been, you kind of mentioned it, Jalen taking the underneath throws, not taking the deep shot, or usually taking the deep shots, the routes that take a long time to develop, but that will be open all day long.
Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his left. 2 tight ends on the field. This will be a give to Gainwell up the middle. Nice size hole there as he spins out of a tackle for a gain of 6. And that is one of the better first down runs we've seen Philadelphia have in 3 or 4 weeks, Josh. They were averaging less than 4 yards per carry on first down the past 2 weeks. That was good for 5. Wasn't Agent 0, but 14 Kenny Gainwell gets through the hole and makes it a second down and manageable, and they're going to go hurry up here on the 9th play of this drive.
I love it.
Hurts takes the snap. Here's another give Gainwell. He's running up the middle. He's got a first down and more. Gainwell tackled by Wagner, but not after he got 10 more yards. And this Bird offense, again, looking better than we've seen really the past, month?
At least. At least. And look at this. They're going to hurry up. When do we ever speed this up? It feels like we take forever, but Ike Love says, there we go. Take what the defense gives you. Absolutely. Keep it rolling.
4 receivers will stack him to the far and near side. Gainwell still in the game. He'll take another. No, Hurts is going to keep it. Now he's going to shovel it back to Goddard, and Goddard will gain a yard. There's a little triple option, if you will. And credit to, I think it was Woolen, the cornerback, who was staying home there, and Goddard only gets a yard.
All right. I don't hate it, but that was a very unique play call there. Like you said, he did have the option there of the handoff, then he's going to take off to run. He's also got Dallas Goedert out to the side, but didn't really get anything out of it. I will say, though, going back to this hurry up, I don't know when the last time, like you mentioned, too,
been a while.
Looking like a past month, but just get the defense on its heels and keep them on the heels.
Here's the 11th play of a drive that started 61 yards ago. Hurts stamps his foot, takes the snap. Here comes a screen pass left side. He's got blockers in front of him of his Swift, makes one man miss, and then rumbles behind Jordan Mailata for a gain of 6. So it'll be third down and a really short 4 just outside of goal-to-go territory here as we dip below 8:40 in the first quarter.
Was that motion?
I think
that was motion on the last play, too.
Motion.
This is crazy. This opening drive here. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Like, you got the take what the defense gives you. You use the middle of the field. You do some hurry up. DeAndre Swift in motion now. They made some changes this week.
Hurts is 5 for 5 in this opening drive for 39 yards. Here's a 3rd down and 3 from the Seahawk 8.5. Hurts in the gun. Tight to the formation. Nope, they're going to go ahead and give it to Gainwell. He's across the yard to gain. That's a first down. They kept A.J. Brown in tight to block there, but they ran behind Opeta and I believe a pulling Jordan Mailata, and that's another first down for Philadelphia on third down, and they'll have first down and goal from about the 5. And guess what? They're going to hurry up.
I love it. And there's still 7 minutes off the clock. This is great.
Hurts stamps his foot, takes a snap, turn, give, Gainwell spins out of 1 tackle, falls forward for a gain of 2. It'll be second down and goal from the 3. This is where they have had trouble, at least early on in the season, where they'd get into goal-to-go scenarios and kick field goals. This feels like a drive where they will go for it on fourth down just to keep the momentum rolling here. But 7 points with a very sick Jalen Hurts on a 7, maybe 8-minute drive would be quite the opening statement to the world on Monday Night Football.
We will take it. I'm going to take it for a number of reasons, but the -3 was too good to take earlier in the week, so we'll see.
Hurts takes a snap, gives it to Swift up the middle. He doesn't get anywhere. He might have lost a yard. So 2 straight draw plays. We beg them to run the football. Maybe not twice in a row there. But here comes a third down and goal from the 3 as we dip below 7 minutes to go in the first quarter, 0-0.
Yeah, that one, wow. Opeta just got beat. I mean, kind of Kelsey there too, but Opeta just got beat off the snap. Nowhere for Swift to go.
Spread them out. 5 wide receivers. Swift, Julio Jones, Goddard, Brown, and Smitty. Hurts will be empty in the gun. Third down and goal from the 3. Stamps his foot. Here comes a 4-man pressure. Hurts, he's going to keep it. He's running to the left.
Jalen?
Chasing to the pylon. He's in. I think he's got it. Touchdown Philadelphia on a Jalen Hurts keeper.
Let's go. Sick Jalen and all, man.
Wow.
Opening drive. 7 points, pending the Elliott pad. But still, you march the football down the field. You take off 8 minutes and plus off the clock. How many things? There's probably 5 things that I could count that we've seen on that drive that we hadn't seen over the last 3, 4, 5 weeks on the offensive play calling, including the hurry-up offense. I mean, when was the last time we did that? But you keep the defense on their heels, then you get into the red zone, and then you capitalize. Looks like Jalen's knees down. They're going to take a look at it, but he didn't get touched until...
He didn't get touched.
I think he's in.
Yeah, it's going to be a matter of where they touched him. If he's short, he's an inch short, and it'll be 4th and goal with a tush push to pending. And boy, you could tell Jalen Hurts is sick. You look at Jalen Hurts on the sideline, he is definitely sick.
Oh,
they have confirmed it, and it will be a touchdown. So not touched before he crossed the line. And Philly is a Jake Elliott extra point up and good. 7-0 and an opening drive. How about that?
Let's go. Yep, that took a lot out of Jalen. You could tell he is not there. There's not going to be celebrations. There's not going to be extra emotion and energy, but he was able to beat him to the corner, get the score. I love everything that I saw about that drive. Again, you're going to have some plays, I guess the wide receiver screen I didn't just love, but still, you go through the entire drive there, and there's some drastic changes. I know that it's not the same comparison. We can't say like Seahawks defense is the best in the world, but just from the play call standpoint and hurrying up the offense and changing things, love what I'm seeing early on.
There you go. You got to like that. Again, you mentioned an 8-minute drive for Philadelphia. And again, when was the last time they started this hot? They tried to against the Cowboys a couple of weeks ago and were failing to get into really scoring territory due to all the fumbles. They kicked some field goals early on against the San Francisco 49ers, but to go down, get in the red zone, convert on third down, show us motion, show us some pre-snap stuff, obviously show us hurry up as well, something that's been devoid of this offense for really the entire season, and get 7 is a very, very good sign for Philadelphia. And now, Matt Patricia, what do you have planned here for your first drive as defensive coordinator with air quotes?
As crazy as it may be, this might be the most exciting part to me is getting to see what does the defense look like with Matt Patricia. Although, again, I'll agree with you completely. That offensive possession is, Chris Duffy says, go Birds. Reese's Buff says that was probably one of, if not the best opening drives from the Eagles this season. I would agree. I mean, it was incredible. Josh B said they even did motions. Yes, they even did motions. As crazy as that is, a team that does it 9% of the time, there was at least 3 plays that I can think of they did motions. So, I mean, 15 plays, you do 3 motions out of those. It's not bad. Yeah. We'll take it. It's better than what we have.
I would definitely take it. 100% I would take it. In Philadelphia, again, just to have an early lead and be able to let your defense maybe pin their ears back a little bit here could go a long way towards Philadelphia. Again, getting out of Seattle with a win, getting back atop the NFC East and setting their sights on the 1 and at worst the 2 seed. Still early, but so far the signs have looked really good offensively. And Jalen, Again, he looked better than normal. I mean, that was vintage Jalen.
Yeah.
Did not throw an incomplete. Did not throw an incompletion. Ran the ball extremely effectively. Checked at the line a couple of times. I mean, that was exactly what we were looking for in an opening drive as they bring us back from commercial.
Yeah, it's we've talked about it too, right? We're asking the question of what's this team's identity, and we're not even sure that we have it this far into the season, which is kind of alarming. But you make some changes. We see what it does here. Joel, right as they're about to do the kickoff, but says, this is my team right here. Very reminiscent of last year, 8-minute drive. We get a 3-and-out, do another 7+ minute drive. That's our identity.
Yeah,
I agree. I don't see why you couldn't be able to do that.
I totally agree. All right, so Jake Elliott will waltz out here with 6:31 to go in the first quarter.
That's
and he
crazy.
boots this one through the rainy Seattle Seahawks sky and out the back of the end zone. And so out will trot, if you're just joining us, Drew Lock, of course, traded here from the Denver Broncos after being drafted early on in the NFL draft a couple of years ago. His official second start behind Geno Smith, again, in the Russell Wilson trade. And now with Geno Smith technically active, but he's not going to play due to a groin injury. He missed last week as well. You'll get your second straight week of Drew Lock. And Josh, I told you he's basically a little bit of a gunslinger, a little less accurate than Geno Smith, but he can still pick you apart. He'll start under center. They'll motion the tight end Fant across the formation. We have pre-snap movement, and that's a false start. And I will check to see who that is on. Obviously on Seattle on offense number 89. That'll be 1st and 15. I want to just mention that Jason Peters is starting at guard for the Seattle Seahawks tonight. So you might recognize that name as the long-term Eagle. I think he's 41 years old, and he's starting tonight at guard for the Seattle Seahawks.
The fact that he's still around is just insane.
All right, here we go. 1st and 15. Same formation for Seattle, under center. Now they're going to motion the tight end back across the formation. It'll be a pass as Locke is going to have pressure up the middle and then dumps it off to Kenneth Walker, and he gains about a yard before he's tackled by Nicholas Morrow. Good interior pressure there by that Eagle defense. I believe it was Fletcher Cox and Jalen Carter will be second down and maybe 7.
Yeah, it's actually Jordan Davis on that one. But yes, incredible interior pressure there that got right into Drew Lock's face, having to dump it off. I want to see this swarmy defense. That's only one play, I know, but I want to see a difference here.
Second down and 12. 6 minutes to go here. Opening quarter. Motion fan across formation. Lock, turn, give. That is going to be Walker up the middle, and he's stopped immediately by 2 Eagles, Cox and Milton Williams. And he might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. I think he did. It'll be 3rd down and long for Seattle, and a chance for this Eagle 3rd down defense to get a little bit better as Patricia gets his first shot on the sideline. Pencil in his ear and all. Vintage Matty there. And let's see if he dials up here on 3rd down.
Can I just ask everybody in the chat, how much more confident, before we even see anything else about this game, I'm sorry, but seeing the pencil in the ear with Matt Patricia on the sideline calling plays, like the confidence goes through the roof. I'm sorry.
Lock in shotgun. They motion Metcalf across the formation. Take the snap. 4-man pressure. Steps up, fires. That's caught by Metcalf. Good open field tackle, though. That'll be short. That was Roby one-on-one, and it looks like he's going to be about a yard short. It'll be 4th down and 1, and you're pretty backed up here. I think you got to punt if you're Seattle, and they will.
They're getting some boos. I know the home crowd's probably thinking, like, hey, we're already down 7-0. We know what our defense does, but it's probably the right call. And, you know, hey, you gave it all up to a 4th and 1, but it's not a conversion on a 3rd down. So you take the win there. Got a little pressure. Fletcher Cox getting in, and Roby, like you mentioned, good tackle.
Looked like there was a little Sidney Brown action back at one of the deep safeties alongside Blankenship on that play. It was man across the board, and Roby made a good tackle, and now Seattle officially gets the punt away, and this one is pretty good. Covey will wait for a fair catch at the 12 and step out of bounds, and it'll be the second possession for Jalen Hurts in the Philadelphia Eagle offense after this commercial break.
Alex Santana says, did we just get a 3rd down stop?
I think we did.
We did.
I kind of forgot what those looked like too, Alex. I really was confused at what we had just done, but it technically counts.
It does. I don't care how it looks. I saw a number of people saying this, but really it's like, you know, as long as we win, as long as we get some 3rd down stops, we change some stuff on the defense, I don't care. It could be the 4th and 1, it could be the 4th and 10, it could be getting sacks, whatever. But I love the fact too of, and we're going to see as this game plays along, obviously, but I mean, I want my players being confident. And you mentioned it in the pregame as we're talking about it too. The reports of Sean Desai slowly kind of losing the confidence of the players. not feeling like he carries himself with as much confidence. And so that goes down to the players. I think that's the last thing you want as a guy out there on the football field, to say, like, the guy who's calling plays doesn't exude confidence. Even if he is confident, if he's not giving that off, then you start questioning, like, does he really know what he's doing? Like, can we trust this? And then you also have the too much confusion in the signals and the play calling coming in. So I'm excited about it, man. It's you got the resume. I think that's enough to rest on too with Patricia. But whenever the players go and say, hey, this guy is confident, like, he's been there, he's done that, you make the change. And thankfully we have this as an option to go to, because how many teams have the luxury to go, oh, hey, by the way, we got a guy who's got a top 10 defensive resume, to say, oh, well, let's try this. Let's give it a shot.
I like this tweet from Ruby here saying, Brian Johnson saw Sean Desai lose his job and decided to be serious. I could cry, man. It's true. It's true. How about that? It's pretty funny.
That is actually pretty good. Yeah. It's like, all right, hey, they will do it. It's not a guarantee here.
There you go. There you go. An opening drive touchdown. I'm just still in shock that is actually what we were able to go ahead and get, but we will take it for now. And we will obviously wait and see what they can do on this second drive. But so far, Hurts is 5 for 5, 39 yards passing, 16 yards rushing, and that touchdown. And even though it's early and MVPs aren't really the, worry of the entire team right now, but Hurts is still in the MVP conversation, with Dak Prescott struggling mightily against the Buffalo Bills last week. If Hurts, balls out tonight and the remainder of the season, the MVP is still technically alive if he gets some help from those San Francisco 49ers. So here we go. Back inside Lumen Field. The rain continues to fall. It's starting to kind of get a little bit less, I would say. We'll see if it stays the entire course of this game. But Hurts is now going to have a little bit worse field position for his second drive of the night. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. 4:29 to go here, opening quarter, 7-0 Philadelphia. All right, Hurts in the gun. Looks like they got Goddard. Tight to the formation. Agent zero, DeAndre Swift to the right of Hurts. Hurts takes the snap. Turn, gives Swift. Run up the left side. He bounces out. There goes Swift. Almost broke free as he gets 6, maybe 7 yards there. But again, how about a positive first down run on a little outside zone? That worked out pretty well for Philadelphia.
Yeah, great blocking. And again, it's DeAndre Swift also making a play, a cut in the hole, and finding pay dirt. That's very reminiscent of the early weeks in the season, right? Like against the Vikings, against the Bucks early in the year, where you get a little bit of space. He's able to make a guy miss, but we haven't seen that too much. You show a little different wrinkles, though, and I think it's making the defense have to account for it now and say, hey, maybe this is going to change.
They're going to go empty now on 2nd down and 5. 9 to go in the play clock. Hurts takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Hurts steps up. Now he's going to go deep left. That's incomplete. He was looking for Swift on a wheel route, and that one was overthrown. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Good protection tonight so far. Again, another issue for the Eagles that's not been talked about a lot has been the protection by the front 5, and that time, in the first couple of possessions here, it's looked pretty good.
Love it. I know it's 3rd and 5 here, but I just have a new confidence. I know it's crazy early, so we probably can't get carried away, but still. Shane Baker, aloha, everyone. What's up, Shane? How's it going?
All right, here we go. 4 for 4 on 3rd down. Let's see what they do on 3rd down number 5. They're going to go empty. Julio Jones and Gainwell in the game right now. They're going to pre-snap motion. Gainwell across the formation, the lineup back beside Jalen Hurts. And they're going to get Hurts on a false start there.
Yeah. I thought they might not see it for a second, but...
Yeah. He's done that a couple of times the past couple of weeks. He takes that extra step back. It's like he almost was wanting the snap to come. Never did, and so 3rd down and 5 becomes 3rd down and 10.
All right, still manageable. Shout out to Anthony DeBona of Outside the Bird. Says, if I'll be ecstatic if my score prediction is horrendously wrong. I will be too, because Anthony predicted the Seahawks would win.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Come on, Anthony.
So,
come on. Here we go. 3rd down and 10.
But it's the reverse jinx. We'll take it.
They motion Gainwell back inside to the left of Hurts in the gun. Takes the snap. Another 4-man pressure. Sitting comfortable in the pocket. He's going to dump it across the middle. Incomplete. Trying to get Goddard. That one fell off his hands, and there's your first 3 and out for Philadelphia. Quandre Diggs, I believe, in coverage there, and the Eagles will punt backed up on their own side of the field.
All right, 3rd and 10. You're not going to convert them all. He's trying to go there, even if it's complete there. It's not going to be a first down, but...
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? Out comes Braden Mann, unsung hero, the punter for Philadelphia. He'll stand at his own end zone, just outside the entry line, take the snap and punt that one away. Seattle came after it. Here's a great punt. That takes a hop at the 40 and continues a really great Eagle roll to the 30. And that's going to go to the 26-yard line. Gee whiz. That is an unbelievable punt by Braden Mann and flips the field back in favor of Philadelphia.
Love it when it bounces like that, too.
Jeez.
You get the extra yardage on that side. Bring the defense back out.
Gotta like that. You have to like that as we go to commercial break, and we'll get our second look at Drew Lock and the Matt Patricia Eagle defense on the other side of this break as well. How about this tweet from one of the Eagle reporters? Sources tell me the key difference between Matt Patricia and Sean Desai is that if a defensive player makes a mistake, Patricia will remove the number 2 pencil from his ear, and throw it. Okay, never mind. This is not actually a real tweet. I had to read the entire thing. That was funny. Oh, man.
I think I saw that one too, yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's believable, though. I would believe it.
Matt Patricia spends the entire commercial break chatting with the defensive line on the visitors' bench. A lot of guys seem receptive to whatever message he's delivering. Lots of back and forth between Patricia and Fletcher Cox, Reddick, and Josh Sweat. That's what you didn't see. I mean, I know Desai did it, but it didn't seem to connect with the players that well. And so far, Patricia seems to be doing that. Again, we've seen one drive, but so far, so good.
I love it, honestly. Again, I know it's crazy early, but there's a new aura around the defense in particular, but the team in general, but just a change. And I know we were talking about it like early in the offseason, right? Like whenever Matt Patricia was possibly going to get hired, and it's like, oh, the beef with Slay, and
right.
Does that make sense? Should they go that direction? There's other options, and at first I know it was really polarizing. Like you had some that are like, no, hey, Patricia can help. The others are like, no, I don't want that in the locker room. Those guys don't get along. Obviously they squashed that because you saw them in the training camp, shaking hands, talking to each other. They said that they're good, being professionals and everything there. But again, just the fact that you have that to go back to or to fall back on a guy like a Matt Patricia. I mean, my confidence is so much higher after this. It's crazy.
It really is. It really is. It's fun to at least have a little bit of life, if you will, and get some stops on third down and watch the Eagles go down and score in the opening drive. I mean, just things we've not seen the past couple of weeks. But, rents do every single possession, and the Eagle defense gets worked. This possession will change our mind. But right now, they have a chance to get off the field here on the second straight drive for Drew Lock and the Seattle offense.
Let's see what they could do here.
All right, 3:29 to go, first quarter, 7-0 Philadelphia. Play clock starts to wind there at 23-22 if you want to sync with us at home. Lock will be under center again. Walker's still the lone setback. They motion Jackson Smith and Jigba across the formation. Now he comes back to the left side, and he'll stand behind DK Metcalf on first down and 10 from the 26. Lock takes the snap. This will be a pitch left side. Blown up there by Josh Sweat.
Oh, my gosh.
He flew off the edge, and that is a loss of maybe 5 there. And there's a great defensive stop by number 94.
Gosh. I mean, that's deserving of a Sweat celebration there. I know he does it for the sacks, but, yeah, you called it. He blew it up. He's supposed to be blocked there on the by the tight end, or I guess DK Metcalf actually on the chip block, but just blows it up.
They've been bad against the run the past couple of weeks. That's the first official run on the outside. They ran a couple times inside, but an outside sort of running concept, and it was blown up well. Loss of 6. It'll be second down and 16. Lock in the gun. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Steps up, fires across the middle. Caught, immediately tackled by both starting linebackers in Shaq Leonard and number 41, Nicholas Morrow. He gets maybe 5, maybe 6 to the original line of scrimmage. So here comes a third down and 10. Got to like what you're seeing there. To get our first look at Sean Desai. There he is.
Again, you got a long third down here brought up. They're showing Desai in the booth. Yep. He's doing stuff, obviously. He's just not calling the plays. Let's see if Patricia can go 2 for 2 here on third down.
Third down and 10. They're moving people across the formation. Empty set. Here comes a 4-man pressure, including a slot blitz. Lock all day. Steps up, fires. There's a first down for Lockett as Hassan Reddick was back there in coverage. I don't like seeing number 7 there. That's a good throw and catch, and there's your first Seahawk first down to the old wide receiver from Kansas State.
Yeah, you called it. I don't know why Hassan Reddick is in coverage. I get that you're trying to confuse, but to me, that there's not an excuse for it when it's a 3rd and 10 to put Hassan Reddick in coverage there.
First down and 10 from the 39. Here's a play fake. Lock, naked boot, rolling right, steps up, fires. That's caught. There's Lockett again as Sidney Brown shoves him out of bounds. That'll be a gain of 6. And now the Seahawks offense is getting a little bit of a rhythm here. It'll be 2nd down and 4 as we dip below 1:30 to go first quarter. As Patricia has started to kind of mix things up a little bit. You mentioned a slot blitz on that last play. They dropped Reddick back into coverage. They brought 4 that time. Moved Sidney Brown across the formation. Again, just giving you some different looks. That's what he was good at when he was a New England Patriots defensive coordinator for all those years. Let's see if they can get a stop, though, on 2nd down and 5. Locke will hand off to Gainwell. Sorry, that is going to be Walker, and he's going to be gang tackled by a combination of Brown and Blankenship. He might be a yard short. He will be just shy of the I and the Seattle Seahawks logo there. It'll be 3rd down and 1, just inches away from crossing the 50. All right, they will have to run one more play here. Play clock at 17, game clock at 38. Final play, most likely, of the first quarter. Under center now on a 3rd down and 1. And now we're going to have a pre-snap penalty, and it's a false start on the offense. Okay, back them up with 3rd down and 6. Ooh, Pete Carroll is hot, too.
We'll take that.
Wow. They're going to get Noah Fant there on a 3rd and 1, a 5-yard penalty, 3rd down at 6. Let's see. Did he flinch? He looked like he was looking back.
Looking a little left.
Yeah.
Trying to.
I guess.
That's tough.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 6. Final play of the first quarter. 10 to go in this first quarter. Here comes a 3rd and 6. Lock steps up, throws right side. That's incomplete. He was trying to find Fant. Kevin Byard was all over it. And it'll be 4th down and 6 and another punt by the Seattle Seahawks offense. All right. That was man coverage there. Kevin Byard and Noah Fant. And that is an overthrow, but there really wasn't anywhere to put that ball or it was going to be intercepted. And they're showing us the entire field here, and everyone was covered. Again, little things, little victories. We'll take it. And here comes the second punt of the night for Michael Dixon and the Seattle Seahawks. And that's a line drive knuckleball. Covey will let that one bounce at the 10 and then get stopped at about the 11. So more bad field position for Philadelphia. Yeah, that ball was touched. Why are they saying it was down at the 2? That was kind of strange.
Surely they'll go back and move it.
Yeah, I think they will. Still,
field. Can you hear me okay? I lost connection briefly.
Yes.
We're good? Okay.
Yeah, you are back. You were blurry there for a second, but you look to be okay. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I got a question. How good
what I saw.
Matt Patricia looked so far? So far, so good. So far, so good. I mean, geez, and everybody's starting to look excited, too. You saw some excitement from Josh Sweat, Kevin Byard when he had the pass break up there to end the 3rd down attempt. I mean, everything's looked good so far.
Yeah, it's night and day difference. As Lon says, Philly, your screen is lagging blurry. I appreciate it. I know I'm dealing with some technical difficulties. It feels like it's a decent amount of time in the neighborhood with construction going on and the Wi-Fi, but hopefully it works out. But yes, as far as I'm able to see it, and it's just different. Again, you got the swagger, you got the guys who at least the secondary did their own scouting, right? As far as or helped with the scouting and taking an initiative as far as that goes too. So so far, yeah, you got to love what you see. You're getting the offense the ball back. You're getting stops on 3rd down. You're changing some things up. I don't know that I necessarily agreed with Hassan Reddick in coverage on a 3rd and 10, but still, Hey, you know what? You got the back to the offense, and it works. So we'll take it.
We'll definitely take it. As again, we've ended quarter 1. Josh takes over for quarter 2, and we're glad you guys are with us here. If you have not hit the thumbs up button, we are at 183 likes, almost 700 people watching. If you give the show a thumbs up, we appreciate that, and we will see what happens in terms of this third drive for the Eagle offense. Right down the field on the opening drive, 3 and out on the second drive. Penalty didn't help, but a chance to go up double digits here if they go down and score on this possession.
How great would that be?
Be nice. All right, let's see if we have Any sort of update there? No. Yeah, everyone else is confirming. Yeah, it was Hassan Reddick who dropped back there on 3rd down and 10. That was interesting. They brought Roby on sort of a slot blitz there. Something they have not done a lot. It didn't get home, but as I see on Twitter, people are pointing out they are just running around the field. They're flying around. They're making tackles. They're bending coverage pretty well. They've looked good so far.
So far, so good. Let's keep it going. Oh, there's a flag now. What is this?
Sirianni is talking with the refs here, Josh.
Oh, he batted it. Yeah, so that should be.
Oh, it should be a penalty, huh? Yes.
Okay. So it would have been fine if he touched it, but it's the fact that he actually batted it. Okay.
I see. Okay. Well, that will help out Philadelphia, give them better field position.
Let's go.
You would think that'd be a pretty obvious thing for a special teams gunner to not do, but, what do I know? Why is this taking so long? That's what doesn't make any sense.
It seems like it should be a very quick, easy, like, hey, let's move the football here and let's go. But
are they going to re-kick? I just accept it and move on. Now they're talking. Okay, illegal bat. Okay. Okay, so you get 10 yards after. That's fine.
They're going to punt it again?
No. They're going to accept the 10 yards. And then they flip the field because of the change of quarters. So, okay. I don't know. Oh, wait. Are they going to re-kick?
I think they are. I think they said they're going to take 10 yards from the previous spot and then re-kick, but they're flipping because the quarter had expired. So it's.
Why wouldn't you just take the 10 yards and tack it on at the end
I don't know.
Instead of having to catch a fair catch in a rainy Seattle night? It's a little strange.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, I don't know which way the wind's blowing, but if it's a pretty strong wind into the punter's face, possibly that makes sense. Like you get a better field position, but.
Yeah, they're going to repunt it. Yeah, what a waste of time. It took forever. Still taking time. We still have not gotten this 4th down playoff. Now they lined it up, and here we go to start the second quarter. Jeez.
All right, yes, here we go. It took a while, but we're here. So 4th and 16 takes the snap. The punt is away from the 21 of Seattle, and it's a high booming punt, but Cubby's going to be able to return, catches at the 15, up to the right side of the 20, 25, breaks a tackle, pushes forward, and finally brought down at the 28-yard line. So
I guess that's why
overall, that's about 6 yards difference, I think, right? So
I think
it's not the worst thing.
There you go. They're showing us the winless in Seattle picture or TV poster, movie poster there.
Okay.
The Eagles are 0-7 all time against Pete Carroll, including the playoffs. How about that? 0-7.
Let's look at the wall of quarterbacks, too. You got
Vince Young,
Josh McCown, Carson Wentz, Mark Sanchez. All right.
All right, let me know where you're at. I had to reset my my stream. Let me know
19, 18, 17 play clock.
I'm
16.
behind now. Okay.
I'm
at
15 sync up after this
now.
Play here.
14.
Okay. Hurts takes the snap, the throw. It's batted down almost. Wow, that was pretty dangerous there, but incomplete. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
Tip passes,
but
man.
Burns there with the bat down.
I'd pause yours for about 3 seconds is what I'd do. I'm at 33, 32, 31. Yeah, this is, again, one of those quick passes. Okay. They're trying to get the ball to A.J. Brown. And as we've seen, they've been a lot of tip passes by Jalen Hurts at the line, and there was another one here. And they've had one in like 5 straight games.
All right, I'm at 12, 11, 10. Hurts takes the snap, slant to A.J. It's caught just short of the 1st down up to the 38-yard line.
He's a little
AJ's slow to get up.
Head might have hit the turf a little hard there. I'm about 2 seconds behind still as he's going to limp back. Right. He'll stay in the game. No, he's going to trot out now. Okay, so both receivers have had a rough hit or two. He's slow to kind of come off the field. I think he's going to be okay, though, as he's kind of saying some words to himself there.
Yeah, maybe something with the knee. All right, I'm 16, 15,
We're
14 as Hurts 3rd and 1. They're lining up in the brotherly shove and takes the snap, pushes forward. Yeah, that's automatic. We knew that was going to happen. So first down.
Sickness and all. He can still get, 3 yards there on the brotherly shove? That was a little easy. Gotta like it.
Guaranteed.
Did they run it once against the Cowboys last week? It might have been one time. One time they ran against the Cowboys.
I think one time. That was it. Yeah.
That was it.
Not very many opportunities, too.
No. All right. They're going to go hurry
59 for 64 on the push sneak. That's crazy. All right. Hurts takes the snap, handoff Swift, tries to go up the middle, find a hole, and going to dive down forward for about 3, maybe 4 yards. Brings up a 2nd and 6.
We were asking for them to, stay balanced, run the football. They have done that so far tonight. They haven't been able to hit on one yet. They've had a couple, though, that have worked out just fine, and there's another first down run that at least gets you positive yardage. It's such a big change from what it's been the past couple of weeks.
I just love this hurry up. They've done it multiple times. We're even seeing on this drive, obviously not here, kind of taking some time as there's 11 on the play clock, 10 Hurts in the gun, Swift to his left. Takes the snap, fake handoff Swift, Hurts to the left, going to have room to run, trying to get to the first down marker. He does, and out of bounds. First down. And, it's effective. I would say he looks a little bit less of what we'd normally see from Hurts, but hey, it works. You get the first down there.
Simple read option, and you're basically reading that defensive end, and the defensive end crashes down on your running back. You keep it, and it's a foot race to the pylon, and, flu-like symptoms and all, and he's able to beat whoever that was. I think it was the nickel cornerback, Amos, and he did. First down, and the Eagles are across the Seattle 50 yet again.
There you go. Hurts taking the snap. Swift with a handoff up the middle, breaks a tackle, pushes forward, a gain of 5. That's been pretty effective. You got the inside zone or the read option, but it's working. Mason McCray here says Hurts looking mad slow when he runs. Yeah, he's, like I say, not quite himself, but it's been effective enough. You got to keep the defense honest too. So, you at least run it occasionally. They're going to go hurry up again. 19 on the play clock. The thing I love about this, too, is we'll see when they actually snap it, but it gives Jalen a lot more time to read the defense, too, rather than these hurry up, get it off. Now, finally gets the snap off. Jalen left side, complete. A.J. Brown, first down all the way to the 35, and he's brought down. So A.J.'s good, back in the game, and you got another first down.
Here's your matchup to watch tonight. Tariq Woolen, one of the better cornerbacks in the league, one-on-one with A.J. Brown. No Devin Witherspoon tonight, who's kind of their other really good young cornerback who was drafted, obviously, the first round of this season, along with Jackson Smith and Jigba. But that was a good matchup there, and so far, A.J. Brown's been winning.
And Swift, hurry up again, gets the handoff, a gain of about 10 or 11, a first down right there. It feels so strange, the fact that we're usually have plenty of time to talk about these plays and analyze it, and all of a sudden they have 2 seconds left on the play clock, and they're running a play, but they're going to do it again. It's a hurry up. Hurts in the gun, Swift to his left, 26 on the play clock, takes the snap, handoff Swift, right side, has a hole, and trips up. He's going to be brought down a gain of about 2.
Isn't it amazing, though, to see your running backs get depth, get to the second level? Again, we talk about these last 2 weeks, these last 2 losses, they would immediately get touched at the line of scrimmage, and yet this one, Swift more falls than actually gets stopped. He probably would have gotten at least 3 or 4 yards. There's a pretty big hole right there that he could have ran through. Play before was an even bigger hole, and he got the first down. This is what has made the Eagles so dangerous since 2022, running and then throwing it behind linebackers, worried about the run, and that's been the case so far on a very balanced drive number 3.
And that's what we're seeing them is running the football. Jalen fake handoff to Swift. Now right side, he's going to keep it, and he's going to gain about 2 or 3 yards. Slide down. Yeah, he was hit a little late. Might have been okay, Leonard Williams there, but that was it was kind of on the line. Got about 2 yards, 3rd and 6.
He could have ran out of bounds. That was like a slide.
I don't know what he was doing there.
Yeah, that's kind of what you do if it's the end of the game. You're trying to stay in bounds and let the clock stay on. But that was strange. But, I guess the clock will continue to run and keep the defense, resting on the sideline on the 11th play upcoming here of this Eagle 3rd drive.
Yeah. Vaname says, run it again. Ike Love says, run it again. Martin Krause, we have a run game. I love it. 3rd and 6. Jalen quarterback draw, takes the run up the middle, and he stopped. Got about 2 yards. 4th and 4 now.
there's been some good play calling tonight. I'm not a fan of that one, and for a couple of reasons. It's a little predictable when you go empty, and do you want Hurts running this much when he's sick? I mean, it feels like you could throw to win tonight on third down if you needed to. I know they're going to go for this, and maybe that was the play call on third down was, hey, we don't get it, we're going to go for it anyway, but I feel like you got better options there than quarterback power from an empty set on third down and 6.
You would think so with a sick quarterback too. I mean, that'd also be the argument. But hey, I go for it now. Empty set, 4th and 3, 4 on the play clock. Gainwell in motion now to Hurts left. Takes the snap, looking over the middle. Complete first down. Julio Jones up to the 12-yard line.
Even Julio Jones exists tonight. We got a running game. We have a defense. Julio Jones is back. I mean, come on. It's just looking pretty good.
I was questioning, I will say, if Mailata false started there. Like, that's real close. I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh, that's a false start. But it wasn't called, so it didn't count. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his left at the 12-yard line. Handoff Gainwell up the middle, going nowhere. Wrapped up immediately by Mafe, and that's back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
That's why you got Julio Jones, though. And you saw it for the first couple of weeks. He had the touchdown catch against the Washington Commanders. He got involved. But since that, he's been basically invisible. He has not had a catch that I can remember in at least the calendar month. And that is exactly what you get him for. A simple 5 yards, stick your foot in the ground, turn around, catch the ball in between the 8 and the 0. That worked out pretty darn well. See if he can do some more here. Not in on this snap on a 2nd down and 10.
Hurts takes the snap, handoff Swift, big hole up the middle, pushing forward, first down, almost brought down at the 3, maybe 2.5 yard line, going to be barely short of the first down marker, but it'll be a 3rd and inches. So you'd have to imagine you're just going to do brotherly shove here, get the first, and it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1 probably.
Was that the biggest hole we've seen since week 2 against the
yes.
Minnesota Vikings? Look at that.
Yes.
That's one of those you drive your car through it. Massive. And now we get a false start on Philadelphia in the brotherly shove. This dumb play call, when the refs, is this where they think that he's lined off sides and they call it false start anyway?
Oh, they got false start on Jason Kelce. I want to see this. I don't know if he moved the ball. He did do that in the Buffalo game, but you can't really see it from this angle. I don't know what.
Did he?
One of the sideline reporters was saying he moved the football before everyone was set. But again, we can't see it from that angle. There's no way to know.
Jeez, that hurts a little bit. 3rd and 6 now instead of 3rd and 1.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what they can do. Ball on the 9-yard line. Hurts in the gun, takes the snap, handoff Swift, try to go up the middle, breaks a tackle, nowhere to go. Back to the line of scrimmage, 4th and 6 at the 9.
Now, that's a play call you do if you were going to go for it on 4th down, but they needed to get positive yards. And the fact they didn't means they're going to have to kick this, and it looks like they will. Disappointing. Yeah, that Kelce penalty is going to cost you some points.
He's had a couple false starts, kind of uncharacteristic of Kelce. Like, we remember the ones in the Buffalo game. He had another one in, what was that, with the San Francisco game? I think he had one in San Francisco. All right, 27-yard attempt for Jake Elliott. Best field goal kicker in the NFL, and money.
There you go.
10-0.
Hey.
Would have loved to get 7 there, but.
We would take it. We would take it every day of the week, I would say.
Oh, they're going to show
look
this.
At the false start.
What? I mean, he's like kind of.
Did he?
I don't know. He's
I didn't see it move.
He's kind of like adjusting it to get set, but then like once he gets set, like what? At the point when the ref threw the flag there, I don't know. That's kind of one of those that's like not really sure what he's looking at or what he saw there.
Yeah, that was a little strange, but oh well. Hey, if I would have told you 10-0 to start this game, Josh, defense pitching a shutout, what would you have said? You would have taken it, I think.
I would, yes. I would
definitely would have taken it.
I probably wouldn't have believed you either with the way the defense has been playing. But yeah, I would absolutely take it. And the beauty is, again, like, yeah, you only got 3 points. Obviously, we would have loved to get the 7 there.
Yeah.
But look at the time of possession now. I mean, you're keeping the defense off the field. We talked about it, the gauntlet stretch of games.
Yeah.
It's like it eventually catches up to you, and the defense has had to play these crazy number of snap counts. This is the identity of your football team. This is the identity. You keep the football. You have these long, methodical drives. The defense stays healthy. They stay fresh. And then they go in, and you don't have to ask too much of them. But whenever it's a quick 3 and out, you punt the football or a turnover and they get the defense back out there. It's like, you can only ask so much. It's not what you should be leaning on. As we know, you look at the personnel wise, this team will be and should be relying on its offense. So this is what you got to keep doing. You keep rolling. The fact that the no huddle has shown up this late in the season after just being non-existent for so many weeks is like, I don't know why it took so long, but at least it's here because you can tell it's working. Again, how many times we keep saying to each other, like, it feels like every single possession I can say to you, it's going to be under 5 seconds on the play clock when they snap the ball. Yeah. And now we're like 27 on the play clock when they snap it. I'm a huge fan. This is working tremendously.
So far, so good. And that's all you could possibly ask for right now. And again, I mentioned I'm excited to see the offense, but I'm excited every time the defense comes out here. They've done a great job. This is what you could have hoped for, was to see a different Eagles team. Last week, they played well on offense but had turnovers. But the defense continued to show they could not get off the field. They could not get stops. Third downs were virtually impossible. Whether it was 3rd and 4 or 3rd and 16, they could not stop Dallas. And again, this is not the Dallas Cowboy offense. It's a backup quarterback in Drew Lock, but a very capable backup quarterback. And so far, 9 plays, 35 yards, 1 first down for that Seattle Seahawks offense. Again, we would take that every day of the week a couple of weeks ago, and we're getting it here against a playoff caliber football team in the Seattle Seahawks.
And this is one of those really, wow, is their time of possession? I knew it was bad, but 18 minutes to 5 or almost six minutes for the Seahawks. This is one of those that you just kind of slowly continue to dominate, control this game. It could turn into one of those that we haven't seen really almost all year.
They're showing us the false start by Jason Kelce. And I don't see the ball move. Unless it's because he grabbed it and then moved it forward.
That's what it is. Yeah. On the broadcast with Joe Buck and Troikman, the referee official came in and said they've messaged to the teams they don't want them grabbing the ball and moving it, and he moved it twice, a foot forward or something like that. So that's what they called it for. Yeah.
I saw it.
Who knew? He's done it a lot, but I guess they're going to call it now. But anyway, Seahawks now, possession, Drew Lock, play action, looking left side, deep shot, DK Metcalf, and a flag. Josh Jobe in coverage. It's going to be a pass interference.
Why is Josh Jobe in coverage of DK Metcalf? There's a question. I didn't think we'd be seeing Josh Jobe play a lot tonight. I think he'd be Ringo and Ricks, and that's why, because there's a pass interference and about a 20-yard gain for free on DK Metcalf.
Yeah, that's definitely a mismatch there. That's it's not as bad. Second look, it's not really as bad as I thought it was there. DK Metcalf does kind of a swim move push off, so it's not the worst one.
He turned his hips. He wasn't totally beat, but I still would have, I'll accept the flag there. But I guess Jobe's gonna get some run time tonight, huh? He's in for Bradbury.
Wow, first down at the 45, screen pass to Njigba and Sidney Brown. My gosh, he is. That's what we want him out there for. You talk to the physicality and the speed, limits it to about a 1 or 2 yard gain on that screenplay.
He just is a sure tackler. He just gets his man on the ground whenever he gets a hold of him. That's all you can ask for of a young safety, and that's all he's done so far in Philadelphia.
I want to see him a whole lot more. Again, like you mentioned there, as there's Walker now, going to gain up to about 3rd and 2 now. But I'm with you. Again, like you talk about, the sure tackler, the physicality.
Yeah.
Any way you can get him on the field, and I love what we've seen so far, again, because we saw it on a blitz that Patricia sent him on. They've had him back in coverage a little bit, kind of alternating or rotating out there. Okay, big 3rd down again. 3rd and 2. Seahawks at the 47 of Philly. Lock under center. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle, and he's going to be met. I think it's short. I think Walker, did he get it?
That's a pretty good looking spot there. I think they're going to give this to him.
Yeah, okay, they might, yeah.
Shaq Leonard was right in there.
I was going to say, the official on the far side started coming in a little bit of a half yard short, but the near side looks like he marked it a first down.
Yeah, I think he got it, and they will. Yep, okay. It's all right.
I'm not too upset, honestly. Again, you're going to give up 3rd downs, but like the 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, I can live with that when you give those. It's the 3rd and 10s that just killed me. All right, 1st and 10 for Seattle. Lock under center again. In motion is Smith and Jigba. Lock takes the snap, 4-man pressure, going to fire over the middle, complete for Fant, and it's a 5-yard gain before he's brought down by Sidney Brown. Brings up a 2nd and 5.
Shaq Leonard also hovering there across the middle. Another good stop there. And like you mentioned, just a simple pitch and catch for a gain of 5. But so far, Philadelphia has been pretty solid defensively. I'll continue to say it, even if they get points on this drive. It feels like it's been more energetic, and that's all you could ask for, at least early on.
That's a great way to describe it. Yeah, we haven't felt that energy, and it does feel a lot more energetic so far. 2nd and 5 for Seattle. Lock under center again. Takes the snap. Handoff. Big hole up the middle to the right side now. Pushes forward a gain of about 15. And that's Walker again. That was easily the biggest hole that they've had all night. Big pickup for Seattle.
Interesting defensive change there. They were in base, and they decided to run one of the linebackers off the field to get back into nickel. And Sidney Brown is kind of your extra man in the box here. They run away from him, and Morrow is kind of the only hope on that right side, and he gets eaten up by 68 Lewis, the pulling guard. It's just a well-designed play by Seattle and a really good, I think, decision against the Eagles' defense that they showed.
Brings up a 1st and 10 now from the Philly 27. Lock a toss to Walker to the left side. Going to run and hit immediately by Keely Ringo. Pushed out of bounds by Sidney Brown. And that'll be no gain or maybe even a loss of 1. And a little extracurricular activity from Sidney Brown. But again, that's that physicality.
Yeah, I think he gets away with a little bit of a late hit here. But how about rookie cornerback getting started and then cleaned up by rookie safety? You know, for all that Ringo had flawed heading out of the draft, coverage being one of them, he's not afraid to tackle. He is an NFL cornerback size in the bigger side of being an NFL cornerback. Some thought he could play safety. And the one thing you're going to get from him versus Darius Slay that's in favor of Keely Ringo is his open field tackling abilities, where Slay kind of shies away from it. Ringo enjoys and accepts contact, and he makes a good tackle there and makes it 2nd down and 10.
This Lock now throws out to the left side, and it's dropped. Zach Charbonnet kind of outside to the left. Probably would have only gone for about 3 or 4 yards, but instead it's a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Maybe 3 yards there as Morrow was in coverage. It's just a quick little speed out here by the running back and hits him in the hands. It's a little bit outside, but still.
Yeah.
Tough pass there by Drew Lock. Eagles will take it, and here's a 3rd down and 10 and a chance to force, I think, a field goal depending on where they're at in the field.
Yeah, should be. I think it's at the 27.
Should be.
About the 27 of Philly.
Here we go.
So, 3rd and 10, 2:17 to play in the second quarter. 10 on the play clock. Lock in the gun. Charbonnet to his left. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Being pressured up the middle. Fires over the middle. It's complete 1st down. Gosh, on Blankenship and Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, he's working on James Bradbury there. Blankenship comes up to help. It's too little too late. It's just a deep in. You need 10. They get 12. That's Njigba coming from the slot. He's to the far side. And James Bradbury's playing soft coverage, and you just can't close on the former Ohio State wide receiver. That's a good pitch and toss. And when you don't get pressure, as Philadelphia did not on that snap, those are the results. You're going to get beat, and the Eagle defense reeling a little bit here, and it'll be their first red zone trip for the Seattle Seahawks offense. We go to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, that's as much difference as we've seen all night. I think that's probably the first time that I would say that looks very reminiscent of the defense that we've seen. You get a long 3rd down, you throw it over the middle field, and good things are going to happen. So
I agree.
It's going to happen sometimes, but yeah, I agree with you. Felt like too soft of coverage from Bradbury there. It makes it almost too easy, because it's not like Smith and Jigba ran a good route, but there wasn't really a whole lot there that's like, oh man, hey, you just completely lost James Bradbury.
Still 10-0. Very quick first half. I mean, geez, we're 2 minutes to go in the entire first half. I mean, so far,
yeah,
it's been screaming, and it's been the fact that Philadelphia's had 2 long scoring drives.
I did not expect this. Again, I know we've said it before, but I did not expect it. As far as just again, kind of a bunch of different elements. We talked about the offensive side of the ball whenever we had it there and moving down the hurry up, but then even defensively, you feel like there's a little bit more energy, emotion, just swagger, really. I think that the squad looks like there's maybe some more confidence on that side. So hopefully you keep it moving on this. But again, from what we've seen early on, there's still, 2 minutes and then you got the second half to play. But I think it's one of those that looks a very different team. If you told me 2-minute warning, we haven't allowed a point yet, I would think that something is just ridiculous. Like I don't know how to believe that, but this is the defense that we were hoping for. And if it took 15 weeks to finally get it with some changes and new defensive coordinator, or, new play caller, I guess that's should say. That's not his technical title, but
there you go.
Whatever it took, I'm all for it.
And the fact that DK Metcalf, remember he torched Deron Bland in that highly, gloated on Cowboy defense just a couple of weeks ago. And so far, number 14 has a couple of catches. He drew that one pass interference on Josh Jobe, who shouldn't even be in the game, but due to injuries, he's got to be activated today. So far, it's been good on 14, and really 16 and 11 haven't done much either.
Yeah, that's true. It's a really good point. I'm curious to see. I mean, if you could get a stop here, you're coming off the 2-minute warning, limit it to a field goal. Or Seattle's going to get the ball, obviously, start of the second half, but maybe even have enough time to march down the field, even just get 3 possibly, or even score, because you have 2 timeouts. There's enough time. That could be a huge turnaround here, but let's see what the defense can do out of the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 from the 15. Charbonnet handoff up the middle and pushes forward for about 3, brings up 2nd and 7.
Byard and I believe it was BG in there on the tackle. Might have been able to get him back maybe a yard short. Good churning legs there by Charbonnet, and Philly will burn that second timeout, as you mentioned. So 1:53 to go. They burn that timeout. They go back to commercial break. But I guess the thought process, as you mentioned, is give you a chance for the offense to go back down and score again, because Seattle does get the ball to start the third quarter. So you don't want them double dipping here, scoring and then going in down and scoring in to start the third quarter and tying the game up.
I like it. I don't mind it. See if you can get a stop here.
How we feeling in the chat right now? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, by the way, for the chat, if you haven't already, hit the like button. I mean, come on. The good vibes, like, we got to be feeling pretty good right now. So if you haven't, hit the like button, helps us out. And again, sends positive vibes out there to the squad. So, it's been helping out so far. But yeah, you asked it. How's everybody feeling? Just takeaways as we're getting close to the halftime.
Chance said still need to create fast pressure. True. We have not seen a lot of fast pressure so far. Stephen Luce, he says, can't get off the field on 3rd down and 10. They did not on that last one, but did earlier on. You got to like that. All starts with the D-line getting pressure, and we're getting bullied. That's been a common theme. This has not been the defensive line from last year. I mean, we all have to admit that has not improved for, a number of reasons. Whether you want to say Carter has fallen off a little bit, Josh Sweat has been quiet in the second half. Reddick shows up every now and then, but he's not as consistent as he was last year. There are a lot of reasons why, but, it is what it is, and the defensive line is just not going to be as good as you'd hope, I think.
Yeah, I think so here too. As got some looks like some of the comments here. I don't know if this is directed towards some of the other comments or if this is just towards Mason McCray. Do y'all know how to respond to comments? That might be just everyone in general.
Maybe.
I feel like we call it out a decent amount, but as we're trying to keep the play calling going, it's a little hard sometimes whenever we miss these. But we'll try to get to them. We do our best.
Cruel Intention says maybe we can get off the field on 3rd down if Morrow's not on the field. Well, he's not supposed to be on the field. It will be Shaq Leonard and Zach Cunningham when Cunningham comes back, but he's dealing with that lower body injury, which is tending to be kind of a nagging one. And so he's out at least this week, probably the following week as well. And you got to deal with Morrow and the fact that he's pretty soft in coverage, which we all understand.
Yeah, that'll, again, I know health is, you can't really guarantee it, and you're always going to have guys that are injured, but man, could you imagine? I mean, it's early, it's the Seahawks, I know it's Drew Lock, but differences that we've seen, kind of the takeaways from Patricia, you get a healthy squad, you have Zach Cunningham back.
Yeah.
If Slay's able to come back, even if it's not till postseason, there's just lots of potential. I'm liking a lot of things of what we're seeing so far. Hopefully that can translate in a stop here. 2nd and 7, Drew Lock, right side, incomplete, broken up. Keely Ringo on DK Metcalf, knocks it away.
A little bit of a low pass here by Drew Lock. But again, you mentioned Keely Ringo. What do we talk about? Size and strength. And there was the long arms and the strong long arms getting in there and putting their hands on this football and not letting Metcalf pull this one off of the grass. It's good defense.
There's so much potential in Keely. I know it's rookie year and all that, but man, you could start seeing it with the action that he's getting, not only from the practice squad or the scout team, like AJ said, but seeing it here, DK Metcalf, baptism by fire, 3rd and 7 lock over the middle, complete, but well short and brought down by Blankenship. It's going to be a 4th and about 4, a minute 44 left, and there's a timeout, I believe, from Philly. They haven't removed it yet. I'm sure they have.
Josh, how about this play call? This is a really well-disguised blitz. They come at the very last second on a safety blitz, but instead of playing soft coverage, they move Blankenship up to the middle of the field. He's kind of your center fielder, if you will, but he's in front of the line to gain. And so, obviously, Locke has to go hot, and he goes hot very quickly to Smith and Jigba, but there's a safety, and Reed Blankenship sitting right there to make the tackle and not give up a big gain. I love that play call right there. It's exactly what you want to do when you bring pressure on 3rd down and long.
You called it. You absolutely nailed it, because we've seen it so many times. You bring the pressure and teams know how to beat it because you don't have the answer to it. It's like you see it here and it seems blatantly obvious, but for some reason we haven't seen that this season. But I love the play call as well. He's right there. You knew where he's going with the hot route to Smith and Jigba. And curious now, like, do you kick the field goal or do you go for it here?
I would kick the field goal, but I think they're going for this, and
they are. All right.
Wow. 4th and 5.
4th and 4. Analytics say to go for it, apparently, as the ESPN pops that up there. But 4th and 4 could be a big turnaround if you get a stop here. A minute 45 of the second quarter. DK Metcalf in motion, locking the gun. Oh, there was motion, but no one moved. That's close. 1 on the play clock. They're not going to run a play. Okay, so no play called, no play ran. That could have jumped. If the right tackle for Seattle had just, I think all he had to do was point. He could have gotten out of his stance and point. I think that would have been called on Philly.
Yeah, Fletcher Cox, he jumped there. Woo! That's exactly what you wanted if you're Seattle. And like you mentioned, all you got to do is move. Just take your hand and do this, and it's an automatic first down. And instead, Jason Myers will come out here for a 26-yarder to make it a 1-score game. Philadelphia very fortunate there. But that's a stop. That's a technical stop. We will take that to the bank.
Yep. Oh, man, that was I was ready to just automatically be like, oh, okay, there's a first down, but didn't move.
Yeah.
Brendan said sweat almost sold. Yeah, I couldn't tell. who that was. It's Myers, the field goal kick is up and good. So Seattle's on the board. 3 points, 10-3. Philly leads. A minute 42 left in the second quarter. And Philly has no timeouts, but that's more than enough time to march down the field, try to get a field goal or possibly even a touchdown, since the Seahawks will get the ball to start in the third quarter.
So just a couple weeks removed from 6 straight touchdown drives against a Sean Desai-led defense. Right now we're looking at 3 points probably to end the first half against a high-scoring Seattle Seahawks offense. I would take it. So far, so good.
Oh, heck yeah.
It's going to be very interesting. And again, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but let's say Philly wins this game. Defense continues to look good. What are you going to say when asked, is Matt Patricia the official defensive coordinator going forward? Is it still going to be Desai's defense, but Patricia does everything that a DC normally does? It's going to be interesting to see how they word things heading into the Christmas weekend.
Yeah, you're right. It's, as Hartmeister says, looking good. Yeah, we're definitely looking good. I love it. They have to just say it, right? Because everybody knows it. Mm-hmm. And I understand maybe delaying it because you're like, yeah, we don't want to deal with it this week in press conferences and news and all these other speculations and all that. But like, they have the coordinator press conferences. So what do? Do you send Desai out there and have him answer questions? I feel like that'd be unfair to Desai because, like, what's the dude supposed to say? You know, like, well, I was told to stop calling play, right? Like, I mean, it feels like you just have to go in and say, okay, this week you didn't have to. It's semantics. You could say, well, he's still the DC, but Matt Patricia's going to call plays. It feels like you have to just go in there and say, look, let's call it what it is. I mean, this dude is our defensive coordinator. He's calling our plays. He would be the one in the press conferences now answering the questions because otherwise it'd be pointless. You got a defensive coordinator who doesn't call the plays in that scenario. I don't know. It makes sense to me, but.
People mentioning in the comments, had a couple of trolls. I'm trying to get them banned as quickly as possible. Indigenous Nerd says Ringo's looked really good after last week. He has. He's looked very, 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 very good. Mm-hmm. And Ryan, he says, I'm already loving Matt Patricia's defensive coordinator. I am too. You know, you got to do what you got to do in terms of what you see. And what we've seen so far is it's been better than what we could have hoped, especially without your best cornerback. Remember, there's no Slay tonight, and Slay can get, ripped for off-the-field comments, but on the field, he's been very good. He has been the best and highest-graded Eagle defensive player almost all season long, and was especially the best the past 2 weeks when the Eagles were losing, and you would think that Metcalf would have a very good first half. It's not been the case, and right now, Philadelphia's a chance to go and get one more score. $1:42 left. You get the football. Go down and at least get a field goal. A touchdown, though, 17-3. The Eagles have not had a halftime lead, Josh, I think in 6 weeks. I think it's been 6 weeks. It's been a long time.
It has been a very long time. I'm pretty sure you're right. I think it has been 6 weeks, so it feels very strange to be sitting here going like, hey, we're not going to be down by, not only not have a lead, but be down by like 10 points or, 14 points or whatever. So let's see if we can expand this, though. We got 1:42. Again, 10-3 lead. So, yeah, as Hartmeister says, plenty of time, maybe another 3. Yeah, might as well.
DJ Jones, how do you guys like seeing the motion on offense? It's a welcome sight, I would say. Welcome sight, because we have been the worst team with the least amount of pre-snap motion, like 7% of all snaps, literally worse than the league. And pre-snap motion, as we've seen time and time again, goes a long way in helping out quarterbacks, helps out your team. The good teams use motion. Look at the Los Angeles Rams. They're lacking talent, and yet pre-snap motion creates a lot of one-on-ones and easy reads for Matt Stafford. I want to see more of it here on this final drive, potentially the first half.
Absolutely, yes. Got to give a shout out real quick. Quee says, family of 4 in Dallas. My daughter, 4 years old, is right here cheering the Eagles on. Let's go Birds, baby. That is the best. Raising them right. All right, 1st and 10. Ball at the 25. Jalen in the gun. Gamewell to his right, takes the snap. 4-man pressure, has time. Looking right side, pretty deep shot. Caught, complete. Devontae Smith at the 40. And, didn't quite get out of bounds, so the clock will run. Oh, there's a flag. Let's see what that is.
That's a great catch. Man, he had to go up on his horse. There are those super long arms from the Slim Reaper that helped him win a Heisman Trophy at Alabama. They're going to get an illegal use of hands on the defense. It's going to be away from the football. Philly will decline the penalty and accept the big gain here. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Philadelphia, and that penalty will stop the clock.
I was going to say, yeah, definitely a benefit there. So the ball's all the way up at the 40. And there's 1:33, so there's plenty of time now, not only for a field goal, but even to possibly get a touchdown. Jalen takes the snap, 4-man pressure, having to roll out left side as he's pressured now, going to just throw it away out of bounds, and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
That's probably the most pressure Hurts has been under so far tonight, and it's the man they traded for in terms of Leonard Williams from the New York Giants, originally drafted by the Jets. That was just a good play. I think he beats Dickerson. I need to see the replay. Hurts smartly throws it away to avoid the sack, and obviously a huge loss of time. No harm, no foul. 2nd and 10, 1:27 to go, and you're about 30 yards, maybe, 25 yards away from at least getting close to field goal range as the rain has stopped, which should help the ball flight for a Jake Elliott field goal.
All right, 2nd and 10, 5 on the play clock. Jalen in the gun, takes a snap, 4-man pressure again, looking right side, ball's batted and incomplete. 3rd down.
We've mentioned them, batted balls. They have been a bad problem for Philadelphia. You think back to, I think, the Buffalo game? That was the batted one that they ran in for a touchdown, I believe.
Yeah.
But at this time, they just...
Or the Miami game.
Touchdown yes, back, that was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah. The Buffalo was the tipped ball, though, the interception, too. Yes. Yeah, he's had several of those.
All right, 3rd down and 10. Don't want to give the ball back to Seattle.
Come on, baby. Let's go. 3rd and 10. Jalen in the gun. Gamewell to his right. 5 on the play clock. Trips left receivers. Motion again. Alameda Zaccheaus out left. Jalen takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Looking right side. Throws it. Incomplete. No flag. No flag. 4th down. Going to have to punt it.
Trying to find A.J. Brown there on the right side, and it's what you didn't want to do is give the ball back to Seattle with plenty of time left. 1:19 to go. They got 2 timeouts. Seattle's going to get another chance.
Yeah, you're right. That's one of those, again, we were saying, like, worst case scenario, you just go in 10-3. But now, because of the time, and like you say, they got 2 timeouts left, there's definitely a chance they could get into field goal position. So Braidman punts the ball away here, and it is going to land at the 20. It's going to be actually fielded and try to run back here. No, not much of a return, up to the 18-yard line. So Seattle will have the ball, 1:08 left in the half, at their own 18 with 2 timeouts.
All right, you got to make sure you don't let them go on an easy scoring drive here. Plenty of time, and they double up as they have the ball after the halftime to start the third quarter. So let's hope that they're going to hang in there. A little bit of momentum change. Offense has been a little stagnant the past couple of drives, just a little bit.
Yeah, not definitely lacking what it had the first couple possessions, that's for sure. As we do have the first comment now, I was wondering how long it might take. Joseph Grillo, fire BJ, garbage.
There it was.
So
that's a record for
we almost made it a half.
Almost a half. Yeah, that's not bad. I'll take that. Hey, I didn't like that play design in that final play. You had Kenny Gainwell kind of right in the way of A.J. Brown. So, you can say with it as you will. But, yeah, it'd be nice if that wasn't the case. But what are you going to do?
As we might have some trolls here, too. One King, Hurts is the problem. Trade Hurts. Come on. I know that he's missed plays. We all know that. We've looked at breakdowns and everything else. But, I mean, dude's playing sick. So if he misses some throws, if he's not seeing the field 100%, like, are we really going to discredit Jalen here?
Yeah, I would agree. Probably some trolls.
It's Trader Joe now, but for real, fire him. BJ is the problem. Arnie Griffin. It was only a matter of time, so,
Yep. It was only a matter of time. Offense has been okay. It's been fine. Definitely been fine. A couple of trolls in here tonight, huh? I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Just a couple.
Yeah, we usually get those, I guess, so. Kind of comes with the territory, I suppose, but all right. Well, hopefully, again, you get a stop here. Hopefully, you don't allow a field goal or definitely not a touchdown. That'd be terrible. But I hope we didn't jinx it because we're talking about going into half of, hey, we're gonna have a lead here. So
yeah, I hope not too. That would not be good.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. Yeah, they're showing the remaining record or schedule for Philadelphia and San Francisco. Niners got Baltimore at Washington, and that Rams matchup to end the regular season rough. Really rough. Shout out to Kurt Shin. You guys sound for real. Great play calling. First time I've seen y'all. I'll subscribe for games. Can't be here in North Carolina. Go Birds.
I appreciate that. Awesome. The first throw from Locke is complete, but short of the sticks. Gain of about 5 to Charbonnet, and the clock is going to run. So down to 55 seconds and ticking. 2nd and 4. They do have 2 timeouts. The ball is now at the 25-yard line. So Locke takes a snap, 4-man pressure. Going to be pressured now. Looking right side, throws it out of bounds. Stops the clock at 45. But that is a very quick now 3rd and 4. I mean, you're literally didn't take long, but you're at 3rd and 4 here.
Exactly what you wanted. Did they throw a flag? Oh, they're going to check for grounding because he might have still been in the pocket. Let's see where this ball went ahead and landed to. It's got to get to the line of scrimmage if he's still inside that pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think that's intentional grounding.
They're calling it.
Oh. Wow.
Okay. I can see where it was close,
wow.
but
there's no one over there.
He's just unloading it, so that's true.
Well, that's going to move him back, and it's a loss of down. So now it's been 3rd and long, and you technically could have a runoff if you wanted to.
I mean, at this point now, you're going to make it, what, a 3rd and 14. They're going to That's it. That's interesting to me. Like, you're going to call timeout. It's a 3rd and 14. I guess, Philly hasn't proven yet, even though they've been better this game, that they can stop on a 3rd and 14. But you're almost in the range, though, where Seattle would just say, like, all right, let's just run the football in the half, start on the next possession. But they're going to give it a shot. One more play here.
All right. Let's see if they can get a stop here and keep it to 3.
Trevor Rodriguez is calling it here. He says punt. Covey will return it for 6. I hope so, man. If we get a punt return to end the half, can you imagine?
I know. All right, there's your look at Sean Desai. Staying busy up there. Staying busy. He's not calling plays. He's staying busy.
Yes, his new title is assistant to the assistant.
That's right.
Head coach.
That's right.
So he's not the defensive coordinator.
Come on, 3rd and 14. Let's go. It's weird seeing Sean Desai without a hat. He's almost always wearing a hat.
Yeah, it is weird seeing him up there in the booth.
You almost feel bad seeing Desai in the booth. You almost do. It's like he's on timeout. It's like he's in timeout. But, hey, defense has been better, so we'll take it.
That's true. 3rd and 14. Okay, handoff up the middle. Charbonnet not going anywhere. There's a flag on the play. I think it's going to be a holding, pushing it back even further. So
the question with the flag, though, Philly is going to decline it, but I believe it's still going to stop the clock. So you will get another shot if you want it with about 37 seconds left. Yeah, it's not going to wind. Okay, I mean, I would just take a knee because, get Hurts into the locker room, get him some fluids, get him, try to feel better. But, hey, that's another stop for the Eagle defense. They will have 3 official points to their name through 2 quarters against the Seattle offense. So I will take that every day of the week.
I will too. And I agree with you for the most part, unless Covey returns this, decent field position, then say, hey, we've got Jake Elliott, so you might as well try to get 3.
Ryan Gerard says Sean Desai doing crossword puzzles like mad. Maybe. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing something. He's doing something. Jeez.
Give him a little more than that. I feel terrible for the guy. I didn't want him back there, but Covey's going to get to return this. Fields at the 27, goes up the middle, not a broken tackle, and down. About 4 or 5 yards.
Jeez, he got crushed too.
Yeah, towards the very end there. It was almost kind of a late shot towards the head, but no flag called.
Jacob DeJesus says you guys are on top of the trolls tonight. I love it. I'm working. I feel like that one guy, he's made like 6 accounts tonight. Every time I ban it, he comes back as somebody else talking about the New York Jets.
Someone else.
It takes how many Google accounts can you make? It's a lot.
He's moving quickly, that's for sure.
All right, you just take a knee here and go to halftime? I think that's the move, right?
At this point, yeah. I think so.
Okay.
I would be surprised. I mean, there is 27 seconds left, so I could see a world where you say, well, hey, let's see what we can get, because that is enough time to run a couple plays and spike it. They might be doing that. I don't know. Jalen is empty set. Now Gainwell motions to his left. Takes the snap. He's going to throw it. 4-man pressure, looking over the middle, left side actually, and incomplete, just high for Goddard, and pushed out of bounds. A little pushing on the sideline, but they're all right. So 22 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it was kind of your drive starter there. You hit that one, and you can kind of put your foot down and really start to roll. I know there's 22 seconds left. I feel like you're happy with this score, and you just run the football and get out of here with a first half lead. But they're going to go empty again, so what do I know?
I guess I'm okay with the aggressiveness. We've seen a lot of conservative plays, so Hurts again, empty set, starts out. Gainwell in motion now to his left, going to take the snap, 4-man pressure, looking over the middle, pressured, now going to take off and run left side, has some space up to the 38 and runs out of bounds. So 15 seconds left, 3rd and 3. And Calcaterra is hobbling back to the locker room.
Albert O's not active. I don't think so. That Hurts run there, you got to give him credit. A couple weeks ago with his knee injury, he does not get out of that tackle and run for a gain of 6. He's sacked. The knee is definitely better than it has been, and that was a good indicator of it right there with the speed.
Yep. Even with the sickness, yeah, definitely a difference. 3rd and 4. Hurts in the empty set, takes the snap, only 3-man pressure now. Going to roll out left side, now going to try to reset his feet, throw downfield, left side. It's to the sideline, and incomplete.
Well, yeah, I thought he was going to reset his feet and take a shot. He thought differently, probably rightfully so. Would have been throwing back across the body, and they're going to punt with 8 seconds left. These last 2 minutes of this drive have been taking forever.
This half won't end. After we had a very quick first quarter because of the drive taking forever. This been a very slow end to this half. Okay, they're
All
going to
right.
show us what Hurts was looking at as he was resetting his
Yeah.
feet.
Oh,
And,
he
well,
has
they turned the camera
Smitty.
angle, so.
Now, he has Smitty who sits down in the middle of the field, but he has a linebacker and a safety kind of bracketing him. I'm glad he didn't throw that.
All right, punt away for Braden Mann. Ball's going to land at the 10-yard line and roll out of bounds. Help the inside 20
Good punt.
stats, and that's it. That is the end of the first half.
Hey, touchdownless Eagle defense, huh? Can we get a thumbs up for Matt Patricia? So far, so good.
We sure can. Yes.
So far, so
He's been
good.
great.
I would take that any day of the week.
I did not expect
that,
it.
Huh?
I don't know exactly what I would have expected, but I'm telling you, that's not what I would have gone in with, saying like, oh, this is what we're going to get, a 3 points allowed from the defense.
Hey, I would take it any day of the week. 10-3 would take that any day of the week. Give it to me. All right, I'm going to run to the restroom real quick, and then we'll get back to the halftime and see where we go from here. BRB.
All right, sounds good. All right, while Thomas is out, curious just takeaways from the first half. How's everybody feeling? Again, like Thomas mentioned earlier, it's like 10-3 halftime lead. It's been 6 games since we've had a halftime lead. I'm not even sure what to think at this point. Honestly, it's usually like, oh man, here we go. We got to make a massive comeback. So Jalen Hurts being sick played fairly well. He's certainly noticeable that he's sick, but I mean, man, the defense, I was confident as far as what the, I don't know, like the morale that the group would come back out. I don't know what we might see there. So got to have it for the second half, and you got to take advantage more. I'm seeing Fire Brian Johnson is not only trending in our group chat, but it's trending on Twitter. So yeah, there's concerns. I get it. After the first couple drives, we've had some issues. Let's see. We got Lons. Josh, did you see my name for your channel? LOL. I don't know. I'm not sure. Send it again. I'll read. I might have missed that comment. Lego Man 1932. I like the first half. Major improvement. 2 long drives that ended in points. Would have liked to have 14 points or 14 points, but I'll take it. Yeah, I'd say again, I agree with it. You have improvement. There's still issues. There's still concerns. So I get that. But 16 rated said Matt is cooking. He is. That pencil's working, man. I'm telling you. It's I woke up this morning, like, I know the news broke yesterday, but I woke up this morning, I was like, I've been in a good mood all day. I don't know. There's something about just Patricia taking over the defense. I was like, we're going to be all right. You know, there's issues, there's concerns, but something about it just had some more swagger. I don't know, but so far so good. Mateo the God says, we ain't looking great. Okay. I mean, I know it's 10-3. The offense could be doing better. I'm feeling all right. Twisty says, happy as can be with Matt and the defense right now. Like I said, I'm not asking for him to be perfect, just an improvement from Sean. Right there with you. We didn't need him to be perfect. Let's see. Daisy says, so glad Sean is gone. BJ next is the real question. Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. Like, how soon would we see that, though? You know, it feels like you make a big change like this, kind of drastic, a little shocking. Not a lot of things that people saw. I don't know what it would take, quite honestly, though, for Brian Johnson to be told, like, hey, you're not calling plays, or Sirianni's taking over, or whoever they would throw in there. It feels like that's just not a possibility. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I don't think it is. Yeah, the defense was clearly more of an issue than the offense. And I know they've had their struggles, but at the same time, you don't fumble 3 times against the Dallas Cowboys, and you're in that game. I mean, even with the defense getting waxed up and down the field, you're still in that game. At least we've seen flashes so far tonight. 2 really good drives. It should really be 14-3, but what are you going to do?
Yeah. Yep. Right there with you. That's what we're saying too. Is just obviously, again, it's like the defense has been playing great, only 3 points, but I get some frustrations. I understand it, but yeah, it's like I just don't think you're going to see 2 drastic changes like that.
You got to remember, Jalen Hurts is sick. I mean, and whether it's an excuse or not, it is something, and it will be at least acknowledged. And then the Eagles will continue on the rest of the way, hopefully clearing things up. But they look much better than they have. And this is a good Seattle Seahawks team and a desperate Seattle Seahawks team. It's a Seattle Seahawks that basically has to win this game because you fall to 6-8 with the Rams sitting there at 7-7 and seemingly having the tiebreaker because they won both games against Seattle. It makes it very, very difficult for them to get in the playoffs if they lose this game. So they have everything to play for. And yet so far, the Eagles defense has blanked them, and the Eagle offense has had 2 really solid drives.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. See, Lon says we need to go back to running. Yeah, it was working good. It was working well. Keep that up. We've had the holes.
I was going to say, they have more runs than passes, I think, so far this game. Or at least it's very close. It's very, very close. Shout out to
I think it's really important.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I keep stepping on you. Shout out to Drew Parker here. Attacking middle and run game worked. Go back to that, says Drew Parker with a $2 super chat. We appreciate that. I agree. Those quick passes across the middle worked really, really well, especially early on in this game. And, getting back to it would be a very smart thing. Did
you see Ryan's or mention Ryan's comment? He said, I'm glad to see sort of growth from both sides of the ball. The defense does seem to be playing well or playing with more intensity. Brian Johnson has called better plays. Hopefully we see more of it. I don't know if you got that comment, but I was going to mention that one quickly.
Nope. That is a good one.
I agree. Zachary Barter says, love seeing Sidney Brown flying around. Yep. That's one we called out a couple different times, but the physicality, he could have very easily, you mentioned it, and I agree, but he very could have easily could have been called for that late hit, 15 yards.
Sure.
It was kind of out of bounds, but still, it's like, I'll live with that because I think you need a little bit more of that confidence, that physicality, whatever you really want to call that, but just some more swag out there on the field. And so if you have a little bit there, you can coach that out. But I'd rather have my players where you have to tone them down than being like, hey, we need to get some energy out here.
Boy, here's an interesting stat. The Eagles scored 20-plus points in the first half 10 times last year. They have not done it once this year. Really? We've not been to the 20-point mark at all in the first half this year? That's pretty crazy. That is wild.
I would believe it, though, because they haven't scored more than 7 points in a first quarter since week 1, if you believe that. So it makes sense, I guess, that in the half you'd have 20.
Jeez.
As crazy as that is, because we were so used to it, right? We were so used to that.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do? I guess we will take what we can get, and that is a lead. I mean, come on. At least we have the lead here.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. There's a couple other comments I saw. Jose Gonzalez, when will you announce the winner of 2 tickets? I'm going to do that at the end of the third quarter. Got a giveaway for some Christmas Day tickets. So going to spin that wheel at the end of the third quarter. That's when we'll be doing that.
There you go. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Let's see. Offense is not IDK. What game you are watching? This is not a Super Bowl looking team. Okay. Well, I guess there's no point to watch the rest of the way because the Birds are not going to win the Super Bowl according to whoever that was, Josh. It's that's it.
Come on, we got to be confident. I said it earlier. China here says, glad to hear you're feeling confident, Josh. I've felt numb all week, and I was saying, I don't know if you caught it. You might have been not back before, but I was saying to everybody, like, I woke up today and I felt great. Like I felt really confident because of Patricia, and like I know it's just one side of the ball, but I'm still holding out hope for the offense. I think that we can get some stuff figured out. We've mentioned it with the turnovers. That's more on the players. I know that play calling's put them in some difficult spots, but players have just not made plays. But as far as defensively, I'm telling you, it just I woke up with a newfound confidence, or just an optimism, basically, of saying, hey, we got a guy that has proven himself and he can coach the defense. So I'm feeling confident.
It's the Seahawks defense that's been all over the field in terms of given up points, right? They get up 37 to teams like Detroit, and they've given up, 29 to the Commanders and 31 to the 49ers and 41 to the Cowboys, and yet they've also only given up 20 to the Browns, and they've given up 13 to the Bengals or 17 to the Bengals, and only 27 to Carolina. Like, they've been up and down in terms of point differential. But hey, if the offense goes down the field after a defense gets a stop to start the third quarter, it's going to be just fine. A win is a win is a win, and this is definitely a get-right game, but you would like to see them win a little bit more comfortably than just up 10-3 by maybe the end of the fourth quarter.
Yes. Yep. My bet would love for that, and my heart and health would love for that. So need him to win by more than 3. Let's just say that.
It would be nice.
Katie Long says, "Hey, Josh Davis, I love you guys. I'm a diehard Eagles fan. Fly, Eagles, fly." So shout out to Katie. We appreciate that.
Appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. I'm trying to see if they give us any sort of new info at halftime. No update on Grant Calcaterra. Just kind of left and would not. He's probably not going to come back, but we will definitely see. And then Daquan says, if you said this offense is good enough, you are high. The Eagles are poop. They can't even score twice in a row. All right, well, 10 wins. 10 wins is pretty bad these days, I guess. I like Zachary, though. He says Ringo's also look good, so glad to see the younger guys are stepping up. Ringo and Sidney Brown have looked fantastic tonight. They've looked really good. You're worried about, the age of Slay and maybe Blankenship, or the age of Byard, and obviously Bradbury being a little washed. Blankenship, Ringo, Ricks, Sidney Brown, at least they get some young defensive pieces.
Yep. I love it. Again, you talk about the young defensive pieces, and it's that potential, but it's also kind of that speed and athleticism. We kind of lacked it these last couple games, right? We saw it. We're just like, man, we are just getting like pushed all over the field. We seem to have lost a step, or there's just not that speed and intensity that they're playing with, whatever it is. But yes, you get these players more experience. We know that it can lead into the playoffs too, because you want these guys to have that to lean back on or to fall back on, right? We don't want to say all of a sudden, you got an injury, or you have to ask someone to step up like a Keely Ringo, and it's like, oh man, he's played 3 snaps during the regular season. This is great because it's going to get them tested. They're going to be able to be proven and be ready for the playoffs in case you do have to ask, because again, I know the report is Slay is going to be back, should be back by the end of the season, but it's a knee injury. I know it's not a significant one to keep him out for more than 3 or 4 weeks, but still, it's like Slay's not the youngest player, as we know. So what if? I'm hoping not. I hope that he's perfectly fine. He comes back. We do need him, but again, you just sometimes never know with knee injuries. So I think it's good you get as many guys exposure, play, be able to fill in for other guys. And even Bradbury, honestly, because we've seen him lost a step and not been as good. So even if it's like, hey, let's take Bradbury off for a couple plays, and you like what you've seen from Ringo, why not put him out there?
Josh Sage, $5 super chat. Appreciate that, Josh. While Patricia was a garbage HC and Mac Jones ruined him as an offensive coordinator, he's an accomplished defensive coordinator. Very true. Yeah, you forget that Bill Belichick, in his infinite wisdom, made Matt Patricia the offensive coordinator last year with Mac Jones, and Mac has never really recovered from that. So is what it is. I saw a comment here saying from Paul, just got home, missed the first half. Is it a good 10-3 or a bad 10-3? I think it's a good. Defense for sure is good. Secondary, or I should say offense has been okay, but I think it's been better than the past couple of weeks, and that is good. Let's just say that. How about that?
Yep. I agree. And Poppy here says, I did too, in terms of waking up confident. I said, I felt very encouraged. Kafra, I'm not sure if I'm saying that, but says my favorite Philly sports reporter. So we appreciate that. I think it was a good 10-3 though, to answer the question there. I mean, it's again, like, it's hard to judge where do we rate this because of, yes, it's 10-3. We probably should have scored some more points, but like Jalen's sick. And so, you won't know till we go back and watch the film, but like, has Jalen missed a couple reads? Is he slow getting the ball out? Now he's had some issues with it. He hasn't been as sharp, but I'm sorry, but like when I'm drugged up, good luck me putting together a sentence. And so, like if I'm out there on the football field, I had to process like rapid fire, getting a blitz coming in my face and everything else, again, maybe it's a little bit of excuses, but I think it's a legit possibility to put out there to say, well, hey, maybe there's a reason why the offense hasn't been firing on all cylinders, because I've loved what I've seen from Brian Johnson in terms of let's get the hurry up. Let's get faster play calling. Let's allow Jalen to see the field. Sure, it hasn't paid off the best, but I'd say, yeah, it's a positive 10-3 for sure.
Appreciate the super chat here from Waddy. He says, Eagles looking better on defense. Not sure if Seahawks are any hint compared to the Niners or Cowgirls. Fly goes fly, let's go Christmas game. True, it's a different challenge, but they're looking good so far, and they have a lead at halftime. We'll take that. Here we go. Start the third quarter. Lock in the gun. Takes the snap. Here comes a quick pass right side Walker. He's going to be across the line to gain, and then breaks out of one tackle by Byard and wrapped up for a gain of about 7. Make it 8. It'll be second down and a short 2 as we hit 35, 34, 33 on my play clock. If you guys want to go ahead and link up here, it'll be second down and 2.
This is the tone setter.
And they're going to go up tempo here. Lock in the pistol, takes the snap, turn, give Gainwell. Sorry, I keep saying Gainwell. It's Kenneth Walker. He's there for the first down, tackled by Ricks and Patrick Johnson. And that'll be a first down for the Seattle Seahawks. All right, there's
showing
the first down.
Again.
Yeah, and they're showing the fact that the running game has been a lot better tonight than it has been the last 4 games. They get up a $156 on the ground so far. Much better tonight. Yeah, not good.
After first the NFL through the first 9 games and 156 over the last 4.
Lock under center, takes a snap, turn, give. There's Kenneth Walker, bounces out right side, breaks one tackle, and then a good throwdown by Eli Ricks, but not after Walker got about 7.
Well, we might have slightly jinxed it because we started talking about it and praising the run defense, but you're right. We should give some praise there to Eli Ricks because that's a cornerback that, not going to name any names, but there's some corners that probably wouldn't have come up and given that hit. So Eli Ricks making the tackle there.
Bryce Haynes, $10 super chat. He said, I don't think was a bad first half on offense. I think a lot of this disgruntled talk is nothing came from the 2-minute drill. A lot better if it wasn't for the penalty. I would agree with that. 2-minute drill was bad. The rest was pretty good, though. As Locke takes a 2nd and 3 snap, he steps up. Now he fires it back up behind the line to gain. There's Kenneth Walker. Breaks out a 2 tackle. He's got a first down and a lot more there as Sidney Brown missed him, but Shaq Leonard didn't clean it up at all. I'll give the hate to Shaq Leonard on that one. That was a good play by Kenneth Walker and a big first down in Eagle territory.
Yeah, you're right. That was look at the replay here. This looks like Shaq Leonard standing in concrete. I mean, Kenneth Walker may have made a good move here, but I'd have to see the angle again. That just was almost a total whiff by Shaq Leonard. That didn't look very good at all.
Didn't get close. Yeah, not that great. As they showed the DK Metcalf being triple covered there by Morrow Byard and James Bradbury. Here comes a first down and 10 inside Philadelphia territory. From the 44, takes the snap, turn, give. This is going to be Charbonnet running up the middle. He's going to fall across the 40 to the 37-yard line. Another big first down run. And, one of the things about the defensive coordinator, Josh, is making second-half adjustments and countering what the offense does. And right now, the offense is running the ball down the Eagles' throats, and they have not been able to stop it early on this first drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we'll see if they can find an answer to that. Again, it's confident from what we saw in the first half, but you're right. We'll see as far as those adjustments go. I think you have the secret sauce there. You have the playmakers, as we've seen it through the first 9 weeks. It's kind of strange that all of a sudden we've started allowing these holes.
Here's another give to Charbonnet on second down and 4, and he's got a first down as he's tackled across the 33 to the 32, maybe? And that was a tackle there by, I believe it was Hassan Reddick, who's been very quiet. He'll trot off the field here as they bring in their backup pass rushers. First down and 10, and Seattle is moving the football well, running the ball in this Eagle defense.
It's kind of a strange thing. Again, I can't pinpoint it. There's probably something that teams notice from the first, but it's a really large sample size. It's been one of those things is like you lead the NFL through the first 3 or 4.
Here's Locke on the pistol. Takes the snap. Quick pass right side. That's caught. And that's going to be a really good tackle by Nolan Smith on, I believe it's Bobo. And it'll be second down and 7. And there's Nolan Smith getting involved. He's gotten a lot more snaps since Derek Barnett was cut and signed by the Houston Texans. Not getting a lot of sacks or pressures, but he makes a lot of effort plays. There's good effort there and holds it to a gain of 4.
All right, got to start making those stops.
All right, second down and 6. They're going to go with a full house formation. 3 people in the backfield in a triangle behind Locke. Standing in the pistol, takes the snap. He's going to play fake, steps up, throws right side. That's caught. There's Noah Fant, and he's about a yard short, shoved out of bounds by Nicholas Morrow. Be 3rd down and 1 as we dip below 10:30 to go here. Third quarter opening drive for either team as Seattle's marching down the field through the air and on the ground.
Yeah, so far the creativity from Seattle's paid off. They liked what they saw, obviously, on the film. This is an interesting formation.
There's your full house again as Kenneth Walker's got a big gain. There goes Walker to the 20.
Oh,
he's got blockers in front of him to the 5, and he is in. Touchdown standing up. That was a dominant drive there, and the Eagle defense looked rough on that one.
Wow, that was...
Wow. That was a really bad drive. Right down the field. Yikes.
Yeah, that was... You got both the 2 tight ends in the backfield with Kenneth Walker. Kind of a very strange formation there, but you run it to the left, countered back to the right, and Walker's got blockers. And shout out to Drew Lock, I guess, because, man, he's out there leading the lead block for the touchdown. But that was kind of asserting your dominance and physicality from Seattle, that drive.
Extra point up and good. And we have a 10-10 ball game. So all the praise for the Eagle defense immediately goes for nothing as they go right down the field. What an easy scoring drive. When you score standing up, it's not going to look good. And Philadelphia is now facing a little bit of adversity. What do you know?
The lead didn't last long. As Dirtbag says, I thought Matt Patricia was supposed to fix that overnight. Well.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Lilo says, I hate it here. I'm for freedom. Wow, we are trash. I a very quick reactions. Yeah, the overreactions or the panic that happens. I get it, but come on, let's have some faith. It's like you could go, you give up a score here, right? So it's 10 points, but we could go the rest of the game. Not trying to jinx this, knock on wood. We could go the rest of the game. Patricia stops the rest of it. So, I mean, come on, let's at least give him a game.
I'd agree. Now your offense has got to do something. Brian Johnson has got to show up a little bit here, I mean, it has to get to the point where you're able to score 30 again. And it feels like it's been weeks since Philadelphia had even sniffed 30, and yet it was just a couple of weeks ago against the Buffalo Bills. But tonight be a good night to kind of keep your job secure if you're Brian Johnson by getting this 10 points up to 30, and there's a long way to go to get there.
Yep. Sean says, I hate it here is an amazing comment, though. Come on, LOL. I mean, I'll give you that. Yeah. Matt, Martin Krause says, not Patricia's fault if guys can't tackle. It's true. That is true. That is not his fault out there trying to make the tackles.
Josh says, no, we missed the Josh 8 super chat. Yeah, he said, watch Sidney Brown. He's dangerous. He has been, but missed some tackles on that drive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we might have been the announcer's curse on that, or the announcer's jinx, because we were hyping him up, and then he missed 2 of them.
Vanna May says, I love the Eagles, but seriously, we need to score touchdowns. Yeah, that would be a good remedy here. Problem with that drive, too, is it gets the crowd back in it. You get them to go 3 and out, for sure is going to go ahead and give you a little bit of crowd noise pumped back in after that scoring drive. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be a little different than it was down 10-3. So they're going to be a little bit hyped for this one. I don't know if you got it earlier, but Charlie Dry, shout out from Portugal. It's a couple minutes ago. It was 2:58 a.m. He says, "Go Birds!" So go Birds! Shout out to Charlie. You were staying up later, early. However you work tomorrow. Look at that one.
Fun at work. Jeez. Coffee. Here's your kickoff out the back of the end zone, and so you assume that Hurts was getting an IV, right? You assume he got an IV, pump full of fluids, reset. He looked great on that opening drive. Potentially slowed down a little bit there in the second and third drive of the game. Let's see if they can get back to running the football. As right now they're running the ball statistically very well. They just kind of got away from it there on that final drive inside the 2 minutes, but I guess it's a little bit expected.
Yeah. See, we get offense. You got to make some plays here.
10:05 to go. 10-10 ball game. 1st and 10 from the 25. Hurts in the gun. Swift to his left. Motion AJ across the formation. Takes the snap. He's going to throw. Right side. That's caught. There's Smitty thrown out of bounds at the 20 or the 34-yard line. Gain of 9 to be second down and 1.
Yep, keep it going. I like those routes there. We don't need to take deep shots. Again, we get frustrated if Jalen or these really deep, long developing routes, but just take what the defense gives you.
Second down and 1. Hurts takes the snap. This is going to be a play fake. Rolls to his right. Fires. That's an incomplete pass. He threw that in the dirt. He had Goddard open, and there's a bad pass by Hurts. He had some pressure, but not a good look there. Third down and 1. You wonder if they're going to brotherly shove it for a first down.
Surely you have to.
All right, let's see what they do here. Third down and 1. Yep, I think it is going to be a brotherly shove. And it will be 1 yard out. Let's make sure they can line it up correctly, too. Hurts, no, they're going to do the end around. There's DeAndre Swift, a little trickery and a big first down there. You knew they could do it, but I think they're going to get a hold on Jack Stoll here.
Are they really? Good gosh.
Yeah, it was
I don't
right
even
where
know if
Jack
it was
Stoll
necessary,
was.
though. Was it? I mean, did he need to?
Nope, hands to face defense.
Okay, I was going to say. I was like,
he didn't need to.
There's no
he didn't
world
need
that he
to.
needed to hold that side.
Thank goodness.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay. All right. You know what? It's a little more nerve wracking than it needs to be at times, but it works. You go with the fake. Sometimes I don't know why you just don't run it because but Stoll took a shot on that one.
Yeah,
too.
he did. That looked like it hurt.
But
we'll take it. We will take it. That's what you needed. Jeez, that would have hurt. Yeah, I'd have been done for about a month, but, that's why I don't play football. Here you go. First down and 10. Philadelphia's 42-yard line. Hurts in the gun. Takes a snap. Play fake. Really clean pocket. Steps up. Now he's going to run a little bit. He's got men behind him. He's got across the line again. He's got a first down and more as he steps in front of Bobby
There you
Wagner.
go, Jaron.
And there's the legs again for Jalen Hurts and another first down run there. And Philly has the ball across the 50, and Pete Carroll's upset.
He's still giving the ref an earful for that last call.
They wanted to hit a shot to look like Devontae Smith, and they covered it well. Smart job there by Hurts to get his 48th rushing yard of the day, as this will be a give. And this is a nice-sized hole. DeAndre Swift across the 40. There's a good carry on first down. I think he got across the 40 to the 39. Be second down and 4. And again, bigger holes opening up right now, and that's when you start leaning on the run game later on these cold Sunday, Monday night football games. You let those offensive linemen do what they do best, and that is run, block, and let DeAndre Swift get open. And that's his 11th carry of the night, and he's averaging over 4 yards a carry.
You mentioned it in the first half, too. It's like the size of these openings from the offensive line that they're getting the push and allowing DeAndre Swift to have the cutback lanes. We haven't seen that in so many weeks, so they got to keep going to it.
There's a screen that was blown up. That was a blitz that worked well. And that's a loss of 5, and so it's going to be third down and long, and Leonard Williams has been a nuisance all game long.
As great as the others is, the K-Dude had just said, BJ started to call decent calls, question marks. Well, you jinxed it. You jinxed it, man. We can't say that. We just wait till the very end of the game.
Jeez.
Also, shout out, we've got this might be the latest or earliest, Low Lit Studio, 5:05 a.m. from Bulgaria.
Wow.
Go Eagles. Shout out to you, man.
Little Eagles with your breakfast, huh? I guess we'll take it. Third and 9. Hurts takes the snap, steps up, looks right, throws. There's A.J. Brown. He's got a first down. And he steps in front of the defender, Brown, number 22, and that's a good pitch and toss on the speed out. That's a first down for Philadelphia. This drive continues to move. They're going to go hurry up, I think.
Yep, great catch there, too. Again, it's just one of those that A.J. knows immediately that he's got to out route. Jalen throws it right as he's breaking, or probably before the break, actually, and then great catch on that side.
Here comes a quick screen to right side, and that's blown up again.
Why are we running this play?
Oh,
Why
man.
are we running this play?
Devontae Smith lead blocking. It just doesn't work, man. It does not work. That play's so dumb. So dumb. This play works if you can block, and you have your little tiny receiver, Devontae Smith, trying to block, and he can't do it. You lose yards.
Love Devontae, and I wouldn't say that he's like a soft receiver, but yes, I'm with you. It's like he should not be the one blocking. It's just a terrible play call.
Loss of 3 now. 2nd down and 13. Hurts standing at the 36-yard line of Seattle. Takes a snap. 4-man pressure. Clean pocket. Steps up. Fires. That's caught. And there's Goddard across the 30 down to the 20.
What a
24,
strike.
25. And like you mentioned, he threw that ball in there. Be 3rd down and short and make it a lot more manageable. It's a good throw. It's a really good throw.
Very good throw in 3 guys almost there. It looked like they're going to go hurry up again.
3rd and 3, and they are. Quickly to the line goes Philadelphia. Hurts takes the snap. He's going to take it, keep it, rolling right, fires, and that is caught. There's Devontae Smith down to the 10.
Throw.
Wow, and Jalen Hurts is throwing some darts on this drive. That's another 1st down for Philadelphia.
Smitty's, I think, going out. Hopefully just a little stinger or something, but that is a great throw on the run. Money.
Wow.
And the catch from Smitty there.
And this is just supposed to be a little dump pass to the motioning man that's A.J. Brown. It's protected very well, and Hurts finds the deep man. Here's a give. Swift up the middle. He's at the 1.
Come on.
And he falls across Jason Kelsey to the 1-yard line, and here comes a brotherly shove to make this thing 17-10. What a drive.
You wanted an answer, but let's finish this off. Come on. Get back to 17-10. The O-line getting the block, getting the push with the running game. Jalen making some good throws and responding.
Here we go for Jalen Hurts' brotherly shove. Lines up under center, and he obviously is in.
Oh, yeah.
Did you expect anything else? 17-10 Philadelphia.
3-4 yard push, automatic.
Hurts is huffing and puffing, man. You know he's just...
Oh, he
feels like trash. What a drive. What a drive. 12 plays, 75 yards, takes 5.5 minutes.
5.5 minutes, but again, I'd ask you in like chat, I understand that we get all frustrated. I'm right there with you at times for Brian Johnson. Like, why on earth is he calling those screen passes? Do not do it ever again. But I mean, are you kidding me? You watch that drive there, and you've got some, flavors of Brian Johnson for sure in the screen passes and a couple other calls, but also like the hurry up and getting to the line, running a snap really quickly, running the football at times too. It looks very much different. There's still some things I get that we can get upset about, but this is a different play calling unit. Certainly the way they're attacking Seattle.
Gotta like it. Got to like it. And here comes the extra point to make it a 17-10 game. Gotta love it. There it is. There you go, Jake. Good.
Apologies to Dame. He says, Jason, I have a Swift TD on my parlay, so he missed it when Jason tripped up DeAndre Swift. But
yeah, well,
if it's any solace, the Eagles are winning now. So 17-10 still. But I feel your pain.
That was one of the better drives. One of the better drives. We will definitely take it.
Yep. Martin Cross says, wow, what an offensive response. Impressive. And then in parentheses, except for those screens. I agree.
Except for the screens.
Except for the screens.
Except for the screens. Yes.
Why does he do it? I know that sometimes it's just to keep the defense honest, but like, what are you doing? Like, there's some teams that can run it. You mentioned it. You're like, if you have the right personnel, it can work. We just don't have the right personnel, or we certainly don't call it with the right personnel. It's always Smitty blocking or Olamide Zaccheaus blocking or Quez blocking. And then throw it to a Dallas Goedert or an A.J. Brown or Julio Jones. It's like, it doesn't make sense. I can't understand.
Man. I can't either, but I will still take 17-10. Let's see the defense can react, though. Get a stop. How about getting a stop and maybe a turnover? They haven't sacked Drew Lock tonight either. Defensive front has been really unimpressive in terms of pass rush.
Yes. Please get those. Get some pressure. I wonder, too, because we talk about like the defensive players saying, they lost a little confidence or didn't feel like Desai had kind of the what would exude the confidence is, I think, what they said. I wonder if it's also because Desai doesn't strike me as this. I could be dead wrong. Maybe he did, but Desai doesn't strike me as a coach to ever get into a player's face. And we know Patricia will do that for sure. That's without question. We know Patricia will do it. I wonder if that's also a phase of it too. Is like, hey, when the
Yeah.
players make mistakes and vice versa, but when the players make mistakes, Patricia's going to let him hear it. You're going to get on the sideline and you're going to be like, hey, we're going to figure this out. You just see that run defense there as unacceptable and lots of expletives and other comments too. But I think that to a certain point, you need something like that from your defensive coordinator. So hopefully it pays dividends here. But yeah, they needed to light a fire, I think, after that opening possession for the defense.
They finally were able to at least get the offense to go down there. You talk about lighting a fire. You like to see it. Now it's a matter of getting a stop. And, hey, if they can do that, we're going to be sitting pretty good. All right, they're bringing us back, and they're about to go ahead and kick this one back to Drew Lock and that very good Seattle offense in that most previous drive. 15th brotherly shove touchdown this season. How about that? My goodness. Two rushing touchdowns for Hurts. 6 for 6 on that last drive. We'll take it.
Feeling sick too. That's great.
Kick goes out the back of the end zone. 4:43 to go here in the third quarter, and back out comes Drew Lock. Got to slow down Kenneth Walker. He was rolling on that last drive, and Eagles had no answer.
Mm-hmm. Gonna have to be more physical, but again, like you said, the offense answered. Can the defense do it? But when you talk about the offensive scoring drives, I mean, it's been this opening drive of the game, 15 plays, 75 yards, 16 plays, 63 yards, and that one 12 for 75. So I know there's been some hiccups a little bit. We're starting to play somewhat complimentary football. Let's see what the defense does.
Drew Lock takes a snap on 1st down and 10. He wants a deep shot. He's looking for Tyler Lockett. Incomplete. Keely Ringo in very good tight coverage there. He's got great vertical speed. It's one of the reasons why Philadelphia drafted him as high as they did. 2nd down and 10. That was probably the longest attempted pass of the night by either team, as they really wanted to kind of hit Lockett on a post here, and wasn't really close. Good coverage. Really good coverage.
Yeah, you called it. The initial get-go, Lockett had him beat by a step, but he's able to easily make up for it.
Ringo's looked good tonight. I was worried. I thought Metcalf would pick on him. There's been no picking on Keely Ringo so far this evening. Lockett takes a snap, turn give. That's going to be to Walker, and he's immediately hit. Guess who? Nolan Smith. The young guys are making a big impact tonight. He's hit at the line of scrimmage for no gain to be 3rd down and 10.
There you go, Nolan. Love seeing him make a play there.
He's playing a lot more. He's in the second-team defense, and he's just hanging out and then gets rid of Charles Cross and goes and lays a pretty big hit there on Kenneth Walker.
Oh, I think he hurt his shoulder, though. It may be just a stinger. He jogged off, and he's kind of like slumping it. I hope it's just a stinger.
He's going to the blue medical tent, it looks like. Yeah, it's not good. All right, 3rd and 9. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Lock steps up. He's going to be hit. He's sacked. And it's multiple Eagles starting off with Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox. And that's going to be the first sack of the night, and that's a 3-and-out for the Eagle defense. How about that?
It feels different. I'm telling you, this defense, it's only one sack. It's the first sack of the game. You called it. You're like, hey, we need to get some more pressure. But I'm telling you, it feels different.
Brandon Graham, the first guy there. Fletcher Cox is going to get that sack officially, but Brandon Graham walked him right into Fletcher Cox's waiting arms, and the old guys on that drive looked pretty darn good after the new guys made some solid plays, and here comes a Seattle Seahawks punt by Michael Dixon. Good punt here. This is going to be caught by Covey, the 21. Waves his arms for the fair catch, and back up will come Hurts in the red-hot Eagle offense with 3:09 to go in the third quarter, up 7. Gotta like it. Got to like it.
Definitely. Make some adjustments. You didn't play well on the opening drive. Get a 3-and-out. Pick up a sack while you're at it.
Gotta like it. I'd take it every day of the week.
Go down and score here too. Go up 2 scores. Just keep it rolling.
Let's see if we got any Nolan Smith update. I don't see one. I don't know if he officially went into the blue medical tent, but he was definitely hurting there for a second. We'll see if we get any sort of updates on that. We'll let you guys know as soon as we know, but definitely be a bummer to lose him, as they are thin-ish at outside linebacker, even if he is a backup.
It's just that bum shoulder. That's what it is. It keeps on. It's that right shoulder, and you saw him. He kind of leans in there a little bit, probably too much with the shoulder. Took a big shot. It's like I could see it almost instantly. He gets up after the play. He's not celebrating. He kind of shoulder hanging low. It's like, dadgum.
All right, some chats here. Madden Lord says, every time Swift about to get hit, he fall on the ground. That's why they run game well, because he runs straight forward instead of stopping and going through a hole. Give the defense time to react. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but is what it is. Howard Jr. says, I'm loving the play of Ringo. Me too. He's been fantastic tonight. Fantastic. Let's see. Old heads always show up when we need them. BG and Fletch with the sack. We needed them there, and they definitely got it. Finally got home. They really did. They finally got home. Defense doesn't look like the opening drive from the Hawks. It's true. It's true. They started to figure things out.
Yep, we've given up, let's see, 92 total passing, 70 rushing. It's not awful. Rushing, yeah, that one drive really kind of cost you a lot of yards, but overall, I mean, I think it's
92 passing, pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And I mean, to me, the thing that's really the best, and I know this is not even like, oh wow, that's incredible numbers, but 4 for 9 on third down for Seattle, like, I mean, it just, we'd normally be saying like, oh hey, Seattle 7 for 9, just picking up almost every third down, but you're getting stops, you're getting them off the field, giving the ball back to the offense.
How about that matchup next Monday night, Christmas night, 49ers and Ravens? We are all Baltimore Raven fans for sure. All right, first down and 10 from the 21. Hurts takes the snap, turn give. That's going to be Agent Zero up the middle. He gains about 2. Oh, and Lane Johnson, bad. He's hurt. Oh, his ankle got rolled up on. Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep, he rolled right over him, and it's his ankle, and those are always the problem. Ugh. They're going to go to commercial break.
Gosh.
It's just a stinger. That is not what you want to see. That is brutal. Oh, boy.
I mean, he's come back quickly from an ankle injury earlier this season. We know that. But, yeah, every single time you see an offensive lineman, it happens all the time. We know that. But it's just like, gosh, Lane Johnson.
He's up and walking off, according to Twitter.
Okay.
So he did already stand up. That's good. Yeah, he is walking off. Yeah, that is that's always been the one fear is Lane's ankles. They have never been able to stay healthy, and even if he walks off, it still is is scary.
He's jogging now too, apparently. So
okay,
all right, he's moving fairly well.
Nolan Smith comes out of the medical tent. Lane Johnson goes into the medical tent. Okay. That's good news. So he will at least come out. That means Jack Driscoll probably goes to right tackle, would be my guess. Oh, man. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's hope he's going to be okay. All right. Still waiting on commercial break.
Yeah, Nolan Smith getting something wrapped on the right side of his upper body right now. So whether that's shoulder or pec injury that he's had previously, I don't exactly know.
Interesting. All right, we will keep an eye on that. All right, still waiting to come back from commercial break. Still trying to get a Twitter update here, see what Lane's going to do. How long is he going to be in that medical tent?
Pizzamo says, "Can you share where you find your updates so fast?" Yeah, it's on Twitter. We have, I mean, take your pick really, but all the Eagles beat writers. So whether you go the Inquirer or Philly Voice, even national writers, obviously for big games. But yeah.
Here's Johnson getting rolled up.
Okay, not as bad as I thought it'd be. All right, it's bad. Like, that would hurt. That would hurt. But it's
all right. He walked out. and he's staying with his helmet on, so he will be out for at least one play. But let's see if he comes back in. Great news if you're an Eagle fan. Here we go. 2nd down and 8. Driscoll in at right tackle. Opeta turns to look back at Jalen Hurts. 32 on the play clock. 31 on the play clock. A.J. Brown at the bottom of the formation. Smitty and looks like Julio Jones slot to the far side. Hurts stamps his foot, and they false started.
Oh, come on.
Landon Dickerson. All right, 2nd down and 13. And back out comes Lane Johnson. Thank the Lord. That is very
good.
One
play. There we go. We love Lane.
Whew. Thanks for coming out, Jack. Thanks for coming out, Jack Driscoll. Oh, thank goodness. Here we go. Jeez, that's huge that he's okay. Thank goodness. Oh, man. Here we go. Empty formation. 5 wide receivers, including, looked like Dallas Goedert slot to the far side. Hurts takes the snap. 4-man pressure. He's going to roll to his right. Plenty of room. Still rolling. Going to run out of bounds. He gets about 5. That'll make the 3rd down a little bit more manageable, less than 10, as we'll get this next snap below 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter in a 17-10 Eagle lead game.
And if you were curious if Lane Johnson was going to be struggling at all or taking advantage with the ankle injury, he was not on that play. Was able to easily take advantage of Darrell Taylor.
8,831 career snaps since 2013. That's the most in the NFL by any player. It's pretty crazy. Here you go. Gosh. 3rd down and 8. Jalen Hurts, 15 of 24, $118, 54 yards on the ground, 2 rushing touchdowns. He's going to go through the air, though, on this 3rd down and long. Motion Watkins across the formation. Hurts takes a snap. 6-man pressure. Here comes a blitz. Very clean pocket. Hurts steps up. Deep shot, incomplete. He looked for A.J. Brown, and that one wasn't close. I think Hurts wanted a back shoulder, and I think that looked like A.J. Brown thought it'd be a go route.
Mm-hmm. Not really on the same page there. Yeah, you're right. He looks like that's what they wanted, but...
Ooh, looked like Jordan Mailata got smacked in the old jewels there. That looked like it hurt. Oh, we got kicked right in the groin. That hurt. Yikes. Hang in there, Jordan.
Oh, the offensive linemen, man, are just taking shots.
All right, Braden Mann gets this one away, and it's going to be caught by DJ Dallas at the 30, and he's going to be hit and tackled at the 30 by Josh Jobe. Good play there by Sidney Brown and Jobe on special teams, and back out will come the Eagle defense following the Seahawk 3-and-out. Man, this game has slowed down. That was the fastest first quarter, and it is just really slowed down here in the 2nd and 3rd quarter. They're going to commercial every second.
Mm-hmm.
Every second they're going to commercial.
Got to get the sponsors in, but yeah, it is definitely slowed down. Let's see, official Swiper says still not a complete game. What do you think, Josh Davis? I mean, the game's not over. We've played fairly well, but I'd say complimentary football, we're playing it a lot better. But, I mean, you still got, 3 minutes of a 3rd quarter and the entire 4th quarter? So,
yeah. It's been better, though. I mean, come on. Beggars can't be choosers. You know, we're not going to say it's been perfect, but it's been a heck of a lot better, and that's at least something, right?
For sure.
It's at least something. Okay, thank goodness Lane Johnson's okay. That could have been ugly. Could have definitely been ugly. Thank goodness he is okay.
Yeah, a lot of people calling Jalen out for the miss on Smitty. Smitty was wide open.
Oh, I didn't see that. He's had that happen a couple of times. It's been a little bit of a problem, I would say. When was the last time we had a big pass play, says Rick's Realm? Good question. It's been a little bit. It's been a little bit. With these weapons, you would think that it would be okay, but nope, it has not been the case. Looks like Nolan Smith going to the locker room. Yep, he is going to the locker room.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully he's all right. But that's one of those things. It's just, I know it's rookie season and I know it's rookie year. There's some a little shoving, AJ Brown and whoever that is. I don't know who that is on the sideline.
Yeah, they broke it
Is
up
that a
pretty quickly,
staff
but
member?
I don't think you can make contact with a player if you're a member of the staff. I think we learned that, did we not?
Yeah, we did. And they're going to show Tom right now on TV. They know what they're doing.
There he is. He's probably having a pretty good night if he gets to be in the booth, have some food, huh?
Heck yeah.
All right. Here we go. First down play. Here's a run to Kenneth Walker, and he's going to break 2 tackles, and he gets around the edge, and then is shoved out of bounds by Keely Ringo. Jeez, I really thought that they had that one stopped.
They should have.
Man, Sidney Brown is there. He just got to close and finish out. Cold Cash with a super chat. Hurts needs to stop taking what the D gives him. I agree. He did that earlier, and he did not do it on that most previous drive. But, man, Sidney Brown is in the backfield on a lot of these plays and just can't wrap up.
Yeah, he's getting there in those spots, but you're right. He's not able to capitalize like he was in the first half. First half, he was making those tackles.
Lock under center, under a minute to go, third quarter, 2nd down and 3. Motion across the formation, takes the snap. Here's a handoff to Walker. Big hole there. There goes Walker, and he's going to get to the 50 and maybe into Eagle territory. Saved by, looked like maybe Keely Ringo. And the Eagle run defense in the second half has been a problem. They have not been able to get stops, and Shaq Leonard looks like a big-time liability right now at linebacker.
I was going to say, Shaq got blocked and picked up in that hole, but there was a Morrow trying to kind of follow up behind, but both of them looked lost with the cutback lane, and Kenneth Walker took advantage of it.
16 touches, 100 scrimmage yards, and a touchdown for Kenneth Walker as we march our way to the third quarter. And it's a one-score game. It's at least close if you're interested in that. Man, not what I was hoping for, though. I was hoping the Eagles could eventually pull away, but so far it's not been the case.
Yep. This will be maybe, who knows, maybe another one of these games. We're used to them by now, but let's see. Kai Patterson had asked right before, Sean, how are you feeling about the D? And then that play happened, and then Kai said, maybe I asked too soon.
Maybe not as good as we were hoping. Not as good as we were hoping.
It's been pretty good, but yes, the run defense, something's got to be cleaned up. I don't know if that's just players, play call, combination of those, but it feels fixable, right? Like, I mean, I know it's an issue, and it's somewhat of a glaring concern because physical football in the playoffs, you got to stop the run. But we know that the team is capable of doing it. Like, they were the number one run defense in the league. You don't have to be the number one run defense in the league. Let's just not give up 156 yards on the ground every game. So
that'd be nice.
I think it's fixable. And, again, like the chat's commenting too, there's lots of missed tackles. So I think you can get it figured out.
Shout out to, I think it was Ruben who said, love y'all's content. Eagles fan from New Mexico. We taking the W. I love that. Shout out to New Mexico. I've never been.
Yeah.
I don't think
really?
I have.
Ever?
I might have driven through it when I was a kid.
Good skiing in New Mexico.
There you go. You
go to Taos and Sipapoo, and this was the 2 main spots. But yeah, it used to be kind of a regular family thing back in the day.
There you go. Shane Baker says it's getting super chippy out there. It definitely is. You can tell both teams need this game really, really badly. Tito, I'll admit, a bit concerning how many open receivers Hurts has not been able to see this season. I would agree. That's definitely very, very true. Where's that other one I saw? Sidney Brown literally can't tackle to save his life. Yeah, he is a bull in a china shop that just can't seem to focus his energy on making tackles. He's there every single time. Like, he's literally there, but nope, he cannot make tackles at all.
It can get frustrating sometimes.
Been a string of rainy games, except Dallas has Heartmaster 2003. It has been. It's been. When was the last time we had a non-rainy game that wasn't in a dome? Long time.
It's been forever. Yeah.
Long time. Yep. Come on, defense. Let's get a stop here. There's Nolan Smith back on the sideline.
Had the question of who won the tickets. We'll draw those after the possession here.
There you go.
Come on, Nolan. Hopefully he's all right.
Come on, defense. Get a stop here. Final quarter, 50-yard line. You got that one
Golly,
there.
that's
Big run by Kenneth Walker. Start the fourth quarter.
yeah, that was a missed tackle there by Reed Blankenship. So and Kenneth takes advantage of it. Gain of about 8 yards there.
It's just amazing that Jordan Davis isn't making a bigger impact. I know he gets the tackle there, but too little, too late. It just feels like the defensive front should be the team of guys to set the tone in terms of getting run stops, and they just have not been able to do it the past couple of weeks. And tonight's been exceptionally bad.
Mm-hmm. It really has. Almighty Dreadhead says, so we can't tackle anymore. Apparently not. 2nd and 1, though. Walker gets the handoff again up the middle, pushes forward, and he's going to have the first down, but only a gain of about 2. New set of downs, and up to the Philly 39.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. When was the last time they threw the football? It's been a long time. 17 touches for $109 and the touchdown, and that's another first down for the Seattle Seahawks, and they're marching into Eagle territory.
It's crazy.
Come on, guys.
All right, 1st and 10, Seattle. Lock, fake handoff to Walker, rolling left side. It's going to complete to Disley to the 35-yard line. Brought down only a gain of about 3, so not too bad. He's up a 2nd and 7.
Let's just hope they keep passing. That's what we need to keep on hoping for, because they're getting a lot more on first down running the football than passing the football, and that's pretty crazy that DK Metcalf only has 2 catches for 1 receiving yard, or for two targets, for 1 catch and 8 yards, and yet they're still in this football game. I would have thought they'd be a lot further down than 10 points, but Kenneth Walker's kept them alive.
Yeah, I would not have expected that. I'm with you. It would have been would have thought he had a better game there, but 2nd and 6, Lock over the middle to Lockett, and short of the sticks. Good tackle. James Bradbury going to stop it from being a first down. I thought that was an automatic, but going to be 1 yard short. Brings up a 3rd and 1.
Haven't heard from James Bradbury so far tonight. He's been pretty good. He's for being picked on a lot the past couple of weeks. Makes a great tackle there. This is not his man either, as they basically run a 2-cross little look and came up, made the nice throw down tackle, and creates a 3rd down. Although with the running game we've seen so far, not a lot of hope the Eagles can stop Kenneth Walker here if that's who they give it to.
Here you go, 3rd and 1. Lock with the snap, handoff. Walker met in the hole, immediately stopped short.
Wow.
Who was I couldn't tell who that was. That was Morrow.
Think it was Nicholas Morrow. Wow.
That's a loss of 1 on the play. What a hit.
That is exactly what you want your linebackers to do. See the hole, fill the hole, make the tackle as well. He loses about 2 yards here. Really good job there by Nicholas Morrow. And now if you're Seattle, you went for it on 4th down, or you were thinking about going for it on 4th down earlier in this game. They're going to go for it here in a 7-point ball game with 11 minutes to go. Officially 4th and 2. This is a big, big play.
Come on, baby. 4th and 2, locking the gun. Walker to his left, trips right. 2 on the play clock, and they're going to have to use the timeout.
Good. That's good. Make them burn it.
Okay.
Let them think about it. All right, 4th and 2. Yeah, and they're showing us DK Metcalf highlights. Pretty crazy how quiet he has been. He had that 1 catch on Roby on the opening drive, and that's basically been it. I mean, literally, that's been it.
Yeah, we're going to see what they do here coming out of the 4th and 2. This is a really big play. I mean, any 4th down conversion is, but man, you talk about it in the 4th quarter, driving, if they could get a stop here.
Yeah, then you start talking about running up the clock and run out of time. That's exactly what you'd want. Here we go, 4th down and 2. Come on, defense.
Here we go. Snap from Lock, looking right side, slant route, and broken up. Oh, there's a flag. There's a flag. Intended for DK Metcalf. James Bradbury, he might have held him. It's hard to say. They're going to call him for it, though.
Sirianni says no way, and I think they're going to get Bradbury for wrapping his arm around DK Metcalf. Let's see what they do here. Yep. Dang it. I think this is a fair call. I think Bradbury panicked a little bit and held on. Let's see. Man coverage. Press man coverage. Doesn't get hands on. There it is. Oh, I don't know.
Maybe this is a better angle here to see. Did he actually turn him? Yeah.
Hit Metcalf right in the hands. He dropped it. If we were Seahawks fans, we'd be wanting that call. I'll ticky tack, but what are you gonna do? Darn it. All right, 1st and 10. Come on, guys.
All right, lock under center now. New set of downs at the 26-yard line. Handoff Walker. Push backwards now. Josh Sweat trying to bring it down. Run in left side and run out of bounds. Eventually, we're going to lose about 4 yards on the play.
I think that was Jalen Carter. I think we get to have our first Jalen Carter sighting in months, it feels like. He blew up his play, his guy. I think it was the guard who pushed him right into Kenneth Walker and created the loss here. That was a really good play for somebody that, again, has been very quiet the past couple of weeks. Loss of 4.
Thank you. We needed that. Really needed that. 2nd and 14 now. Ball at the 30. Lock under center. Single back formation. Takes the snap. Fake toss. Now back to DK Metcalf. A screenplay. Has lots of room and blockers. Pushes forward a gain of about 12 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah.
We talk about how poorly we run the wide receiver screen. That is the way to do it. If you want to run the receiver screen, put A.J. Brown like they did DK Metcalf. That's how it works.
You can only hope to contain him for so long. This is a really well-done play. I mean, it's basically, 2 blockers to 1 Eagle defender, and sure enough, unable to get Metcalf down until he does damage for 12 yards, but still 3rd down and 2 from the 17.
Here we go, 3rd and 2. Lock with a snap. Pressure by Jalen Carter. Brought down. Incomplete.
Whoa,
either way, it's
a
going to
sack.
down, but man, I thought that was a sack.
I love this play design.
Gosh.
They had everybody up at the line showing 0 pressure, and then they back everybody out, but Carter stunts around. This is a really well-done defensive line play, and Jalen Carter makes back-to-back very impactful plays. Look at this. Oh,
Tosses him.
How did he not get him on the ground? I thought you'd have a sack for sure. Now, are they going to go for it on 4th down? And they are, 4th and 2. Come on, guys.
I feel like at this point, you probably have to. This is one of those you've already committed. So 4th and 2. Try for another 4th down conversion. Empty set with lock. 4 on the play clock. 10:03 in the 4th quarter. Ball on the 18. Gets the snap away. There's whistles blown. Did they?
Yeah,
let's see.
They got to burn another timeout. Pete Carroll. Wow. Was he down?
Oh, he's down.
He was. He was. That is a sack.
Sir, that's a Jalen Carter sack.
That is a sack. And
now they
Sirianni
are not going to go for it.
And Sirianni's going to throw the challenge flag. He's going to have to.
Yep.
Gonna have to. Wow, that is huge. Absolutely huge. Okay, yeah, you would think by now someone's told Sirianni to throw the challenge flag. There you go. All right, he's challenged it. Took him forever.
Well, that's going to come back to bite him because Seattle could have run a play and they call timeout to avoid the delay of game, and then great, now you're going to get a sack out of it.
Okay, so you will force a field goal. So, I mean, it's going to be a field goal when they come back from this timeout break with 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
Because it'll be like 4th and 6 or 4th and 7. Surely there's no way they go for it at that point.
Yep. Pete Carroll is going to save him there. Literally, the Pete Carroll timeout is going to save him there.
Let's go.
Oh, are they not going to go to commercial break? That's quick. They say no.
So sack. Expedited New York reviews, I guess.
There you go. Gotta like that. Okay. That's okay. Jeez, that took a little while.
Yeah. Felt like we could have already gotten it, but let's go. Dame says Baby Rhino comes in clutch. Yes.
He did.
Yes, he does.
Big time.
All right.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so 4th and 9. They will kick the field goal. So it's going to be a 4-point game.
Gotta like that.
Yeah, assuming he makes it.
Field.
Still got to make the field goal.
All right. Jason Myers is, he's been okay so far this year. What is he, 83% from inside 50 yards? This is 43 yards. This is not a guarantee by any means.
Yeah, it could be a huge swing if he misses this, but yeah, you're right. It's 43 yards. How about Jalen Carter, too? Twisty says, big stop by Carter. 16 rated, bro. They were playing music while the call was reversed on ABC. I know. I heard that in the backgrounds.
All right. So
what's taking so long? Why are we?
What are they
doing?
Are we
still? Oh, Carroll's asking if he gets the timeout back, and
of course he doesn't.
He's being told no, and obviously he's very upset about it. But hey, sorry,
you don't get it back. He called timeout.
2-for-1 there that really hurts. I know that. All right.
Yeah, now they only have one timeout.
Jason Myers, snaps good, hold is good, field goal is good. Right down the middle.
All right. There you go. Good stop.
17-13.
13 points. That's hilarious that he wanted that his timeout back, and yet he is the reason that they are going to have to settle for 3 because you call timeout there, you give a chance for the Eagles to review it.
I feel his pain, though, because you'd be sitting there going, are you kidding me? I wasted a timeout.
Yeah.
And then it turns out to be worse because then they're able to challenge it and move me back to where I have to take a field goal. Like, that would be terrible. But yes, sorry. It's your own fault there.
Kevin Weasley Southward says, where has he been all game? Where's he been all month? He's been very quiet. Non-existent against the Cowboys and 49ers. Jalen Carter on that drive single-handedly held the Eagles to not give up more than 3 points. You got to like that.
Yep. Makes a stamp on the game, though, so we'll take it.
Yep.
All right. It's we could probably do this giveaway now. We were a little bit late. We're going to do it at the end of the third, but let's see if I can figure this out real quick. Screen share here. Found a different, easier way to do giveaways with comments. So it's a new one, but it should work.
All right. And what is this for again? Remind you, this is for your viewers only.
So I did this here for viewers of the channel, just commenting Merry Christmas. It's kind of a Christmas gift. So anybody who's wanting to go to the Giants game on Christmas Day. So everybody commented Merry Christmas, and there's a total of 714 entrants, which you could see in the graphic. You can't even visibly name those, but trust me, there's 714 of those out there. So best of luck to everybody. We're going to spin this thing and see who gets the tickets for Christmas Day.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
No noise on this one.
Good. Yeah, it didn't give us the noise. So let's see who is the winner. It is Danny Flores, 6941.
There you go.
Congratulations! Danny. Out of the 714 applicants, there you were the winner. So Danny Flores, just send me a DM on Twitter at the PHI Special, or if there's a link in the description. As well, also, you could email me too. There's a deal there, but it's the phillyspecialshow@gmail.com. So, Danny Flores, congrats. Make sure to send me a screenshot too, if you don't mind. Just want to make sure that's you. And got to get this quick turnaround, obviously, with the fact that the game's going to be on Monday. So, we got a week to make this happen. But send me that. I'll get those out to you. And Merry Christmas, everybody.
There you go. Congratulations, and Merry Christmas to everybody as well. All right. Here we go for the Eagles. Maybe score touchdown possession. It would be very nice to go right down the field, nice and slow or fast. Doesn't matter.
Please, that's true. Either way,
wouldn't matter to me.
Wouldn't be too bad if we take 7 minutes off the clock and score a touchdown. But yeah. All right, here we go. Away. And out of the end zone. So ball's going to be back at the 25-yard line. 10 minutes. In the fourth quarter, up by 4. Offense looked pretty good last drive. Let's see if we can keep it up. You just need one of those. You called it. It could be a fast score, but I mean, be the best. I think we get like a 6-minute drive, 7-minute drive, just bleed the clock. The beauty is, maybe I shouldn't say it. I don't want to jinx it. I was going to say something about a 0 that we have on the stats that's good. So maybe I won't say it. Jalen takes the snap, fake handoff over the middle. A.J. Brown, the slant, complete first down, and more up to the 40-yard line.
It's amazing how often that play works and yet how little we seem to run it. This was like the staple last year. I think all of A.J. Brown's 1,000-plus yards was from that exact play. RPO, run pass option. Your option to either give it, run it, or throw it. And he threw it right into the gut of A.J. Brown for a big first down.
It works every time. We know that it's so great with the slant route. So sometimes when they get away from it, we haven't seen it in forever. I'm with you. It's like, can we just please run the slant to AJ? It's first down, though. Jalen handoff to Swift. Patience up the middle. Cuts to the left side. Finds a hole. Gains about 4 yards. Brings up a 2nd and 6.
You mentioned it. Nice and patient there. He was just kind of sitting behind his blocks, waiting to find the hole, and then he kind of squirted through it and fell forward for a gain of 4. Be 2nd down and 6. And those 2 completions, the run and the pass, again, continue to create more time just to dribble off this clock as we dip below 9 minutes to go. A touchdown on this drive, and you'd be up double-digit scores with maybe 3 or 4 minutes left.
Keep it rolling now. Jalen in the empty set, takes the snap, blitz coming, left side, finds his man, Devontae Smith, complete, a first down up to the 45-yard line. And as much flack as we give Jalen in the past couple weeks, certainly against the blitz, found his hot route, find his man, Devontae Smith, you got a first down.
This is a slot blitz. They had a linebacker lined up on Devontae Smith. They brought him as the extra rusher. That means the safety's got to cover Devontae, and it's an easy pitch and toss there, and that's exactly what you want Hurts to do. Stand tall, take the shot, and find his easy read on a hot route, and it was Devontae Smith there, and that's a first down.
Jalen snap, hurry up offense. Now going to take a deep shot, going left side. It's Quez. Oh, my gosh, it's picked. Oh my gosh! Why are we throwing to Quez?
Can
Why
Quez do something and maybe try and break up the pass? He just let him catch it.
Gosh!
Yeah, deep shots to Quez is not what I want.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm with you on can Quez do something there, but like if I'm Jalen, I'm sorry. Even though it's like man to man, unless Quez is wide open, I'll give AJ a deep shot. I'll give Devontae a deep shot because they can maybe do something with it. But why on earth are you throwing a chance ball, 50-50 ball, just launching it up to because the DB's in good position there. Gosh.
You called it. They hadn't turned it over, and there it is. They turn it right over. Yeah, they turned it right over.
I didn't even say it fully, but yeah, Bam 2.0.
Oh, man.
Josh. I'm sorry. That's my fault. Man, we went so long without any, and then all of a sudden turnover.
Gosh, that better not burn us in a one-score game when you're moving with the football. It's just, oh, man. Turnovers. And as Jeff McClain just tweeted, a pass to Quez Watkins typically doesn't end well. Very true.
He's not lying. He's not wrong.
So bad. Unbelievable. All right, well, your defense had just gotten a really good stop, and now your defense needs them to get another really good stop. So, just in case you were wondering what needs to happen, Matt Patricia has got to go ahead and seal this game for us.
Ask the defense. There you go.
Goodness gracious.
I was really getting ready to say A.J. Brown there on that deep shot. Like when I see Hurts taking time, looking deep, launching it. You see that I saw the one. I couldn't tell what the other number was. I was like, oh, that's AJ, and that makes sense. I'm fine with that. But a Quez Watkins call there, I don't understand that.
Nope, doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. Oh man, play calling. Gotta love the Brian Johnson play calling. It's been the typical roller coaster ride. And as everyone says in the comment section, we just can't win easily. Just can't. Nice, smooth, dominant, easy. Nope, not possible. Not possible.
Man, went for the home run shot, and now Seattle is rocking as we've.
Okay.
Yeah, they're showing replay here.
Whatever.
There's something.
I don't think that makes a big difference.
I wouldn't, honestly. I mean, you reverse it. I would say I wouldn't be calling for a flag there. Honestly, it's not too bad. But Kenneth Walker run on first down, gain of about 3, maybe 4.
Well, turnovers have been a big-time part of the Eagle offense this year. And you think back to last year, 8 turnovers for Philadelphia, or for Jalen Hurts the entire year. He has 16, double, and he's not even done with the year. It's been a problem. It has definitely been a problem. He's 0 for 3 on deep balls tonight, and that turnover is going to haunt Philadelphia if the Seahawks can turn it into points here.
All right, Locke, handoff. Kenneth Walker breaks the first tackle, but Jordan Davis, all right, we're able to bring him down. Gain of 1. Should have been brought down in the backfield, but only 1, so it's a 3rd and 5 now as they're showing Quez Watkins on the sideline.
Yeah, it was Bradley Roby who came in there and got the first hit. It was a pretty good hit, too. At least slowed down Walker's forward momentum, and then big number 90 cleaned things up. Very quick 3rd and 5 here. Again, you can really, no harm, no foul on that turnover. You force a quick 3 and out. 7 minutes to go. Seattle's running out of time. A stop here could go a long way in icing this one away for Philadelphia.
Come on, baby. 3rd and 5. Locking the gun. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Throws over the middle. It's broken up. Incomplete. And I always look for the flags. No flags.
Wow.
Eli Ricks, great coverage on Tyler Lockett.
I thought Sidney Brown had a pick there. I thought he was going to jump in front of this pass, but it's incomplete, and they get a stop. Let's see how close this was to an interception. Oh, he
overran it. Yeah, you're right. He could have had it. He just overran it.
Yeah, good play there by Ricks, though. He was right in the throwing lane, might have gotten a hand in front of Lockett's eyes to kind of calm things down, and that turnover is rough, but at least the Eagle defense, and credit the Eagle defense, as we've done all night, they get the stop, and here comes another punt by Dixon.
Yeah, 3 and out. We don't really know much of those previous to this game, but Britton Covey catches at the 15, right up the left side, able to return up to the 25, and that's where the Eagles will get the ball. So the 25, 6:35 to play in the fourth quarter, up 4, 17-13. And please, maybe, as Hartmeister said, run the ball. Please just run the ball. The defense bails you out again. Yes.
What's your best 6-minute drive? 6-minute drive.
Don't do anything stupid.
Carnivore era, and this is what we are. We drag teams down to our level, then beat them that way. It feels that way. It does feel that way. The K-Dude,
yeah,
now we got to run out the clock. I know.
You were in or I guess you got there the night that Vegas destroyed the Chargers.
Yes.
But we were texting about that game, right after it ended, right as you landed. It's like, could we just have one? I mean, that's maybe a little drastic, but could we have one where it's, you're up by 3 scores and this game's just over?
It'd be nice. You got 3 more games to do it against bad teams. Maybe you do it against the Giants. I don't know.
Just one of them, please.
Let's handle business right now, though. A win is a win. Get it done. Come on.
Yep. On first down, what will Jalen do? He's got Gainwell in the backfield. It's a handoff. Gainwell up the middle, pushes forward, only a gain of 2. 2nd and 8.
Looks like it's going to be a Gainwell-led drive, and we'll do whatever they want to do. But still, it's like, man, that is a bummer that Agent Zero is not in here to close it. But maybe Gainwell can break one off and get this game thrown on ice. Any score here goes a long way in winning this game.
Yep. Official Swiper says Matt Patricia B-. What do you guys think so far?
I agree.
I don't know. We'll see. I might even go a little bit more than that. I feel like some of the players just not making plays, but defense has done good enough. Offense needs to close this out. This needs to be on the offense. Jalen takes the snap. Now he's going to run up the middle, has a little bit of a lane, going to push forward. Nope, he's brought down just short of the first down. But it's a 3rd and probably less than 1. They shouldn't even be thinking about it. This should be brotherly shove, convert the first down, keep the drive alive. They're stupid if they don't do anything else.
I don't think that was a designed quarterback run. Everyone ran routes there. I think Hurts just saw a collapsing pocket and decided to take off there and get across almost to the line of gain. As you mentioned, probably a yard, probably a brotherly shove. And again, that takes more time. And guess how they're lining up? Shouldn't surprise anybody.
There you go. Push forward and the first down.
That play's so good. So good.
It's just unstoppable. I mean, it's just, we all know it. And I guess, opposing teams pretty much know it. But every single time you get 1 yard or shorter, the initial push, there was a very brief period where it's kind of like, oh, it didn't get as much. But then it's that second effort. And all of a sudden, there you go.
I like Bobby Wagner leaping over the pile and grabbing onto Hurts, but he just gets pushed. He's just now off his feet. He just gets shoved up with the pile. He just rides Hurts across the line to gain.
Yeah. Just go for a ride if you want to.
4:30 to go.
All
Come
right.
on.
New set of downs. Yep, 4:30. Ball at the 36-yard line. Hurts takes the snap. Handoff Swift. Left side makes a man miss.
Go!
Great move. Up to the 40.
Go!
Now over around the corner and slides down before going out of bounds up to the 48-yard line. That was an incredible play all by Swift. Every bit of it.
Swift had a guy right in the hole. He juked him out of his socks and got around the edge and stayed in bounds too. What a smart play. What a smart play. And that's going to take even more time off the clock. They'll snap this with 3:40 to go and a fresh set of downs. 4.5 yards per carry for DeAndre Swift tonight. 16 carries. He's going to get to 20. That's just what you wanted. 20 carries.
Exactly, yes. Give him as many as possible. Run the football there. 3:45 to play. Handoff Swift again. Makes another man miss in the hole. Pushes forward a gain of about 3, which should have been probably no gain, but able to get 3 yards out of it.
That was nice. Yeah, it's a simple read option, and Hurts might have thought about keeping that if he watches the film again. He might have had some room on the edge. Gives it off to DeAndre Swift, and like you mentioned, makes a man miss in the hole and falls forward for 3, and they'll take this down to 3 minutes before they snap it again. 4-point game. Any points count here as they're approaching the 50-yard line.
Here we go. Hurts in the gun. Swift to his right. There's 10 on the play clock. 3:05 on the game clock. Hurts is going to take it down all the way to 2. Now the handoff to Swift up the middle and met immediately brought down. That time could not break the tackle of Leonard Williams. So brings up a 3rd and I believe it's 3rd and 7.
You can commit to the run as much as you want, but you got to throw to win this football game. You're going to have to throw and get a first down here because they are keying off on runs and leaving one-on-one opportunities for all players right now on the outside. I thought A.J. Brown was running wide open there as soon as the ball was handed off. Now 3rd and 7, 9 for 15 on 3rd downs tonight. You got to get a first down here, and you got to do it through the year with Jalen's arm.
I agree. I don't think there's any other way that you go. There's 3 on the play clock, though. 2:15. Jalen takes a snap, empty set, pressured, rolling right side, trying to buy some time, nowhere to go. He's going to try to go back left side. He's got some space. He is buying time, but he's going to try to throw. He is going to go, and it's short, incomplete. So the clock stops, 2:04 remaining, and you're going to have to punt.
Oh, man. Golly, boy, Hurts ran a long way just to do nothing with it, and Leonard Williams, again, create a lot of pressure there, and they're going to punt back to Seattle, and you're going to have to hold your breath and hope the defense keeps the Seahawks out of the end zone.
Yeah, I don't know what it's impossible to see because we don't get the look down the field. I just don't know what the play call was, but you would expect in that scenario, you have a quick route, a quick pass coming out, but nothing going, forcing a punt, and the defense is going to have to get another stop. It's about ball bounces at the 18, now goes dead at about the 8-yard line. Wow. And again, we've been talking about Braden Mann, but this dude, if you don't sign him to a long-term deal, like he's proven himself, I think by far at this point. They're going to have the ball at the 8-yard line. Seattle will have 92 yards that they got to go. 1 timeout, 1:52 remaining in the 4th quarter. And the defense, I mean, they played good. They played really good.
It's poetic, Josh. On a week, we've been talking about defense. Well, your new defense is held to 13 points, and now is to do it one more time with 1:53 left to win the game. Give up a touchdown, you lose. Kick a field goal, they obviously can't because it's a 4-point game. 1 stop, 1 play, 1 sack, 1 fumble does this, and then you get out of Seattle on a rainy night with a sick quarterback with a win for your 11th of the year and keep your number 1 seed hopes alive.
Yeah, it is crazy. Like you say, it's poetic, but I don't know that we would have been expecting this really, but this is where we're at. The defense has played well. I mean, again, I think you got to give a lot of credit. I know that there's, the case being made of you're playing against a second-string quarterback. Yeah, Drew Lock. It's not Geno. But overall, I think Patricia's put the guys in the right spots. They've missed a lot of tackles. You're fortunately, though, in a decent enough spot of being able to come away with the win. You just got to get another stop. And the offense, how many times have they not been able to close out a game? This is another example of a game that you should have closed out with the offense. You don't do it. It will cost you at some point, and hopefully this is not one of those games, but it is one of those situations or questions you ask yourself of, hey, you got to pick up a 3rd and 7, for example. Can you do it?
Well,
I don't know.
At least they were able to burn some clock off. I mean, they got the ball with 6 minutes left and took it down to the 2-minute warning. So, little victories.
That's true. They don't have that. It's going to be gone, but I know everyone's, fire Brian Johnson and I hope we lose so we can get Brian Johnson fired.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Enough of that. Enough of that mess.
Yeah, we want the win. Come on, man. Not a complete game. That's true. Not a complete game. Yeah.
True. Come on, defense. Where's a turnover? They've had what, 8 turnovers the last 11 games? What was that? Worst in the National Football League? Create one here. Give us one. One turnover to end this game. Come on. There's Reddick. Close it. Mr. Fourth Quarter. Come on.
Just need a play here. Lock's going to start the drive with Seattle at the 8-yard line. In the gun, takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Over the middle. It's batted. Oh, it's almost. Wow, there's a chance for being picked off. It was tipped in the air off the hands of.
That was it.
Byard there. That was very, very close. Oh, you almost called it.
Trying to get Fant working across the middle. And Roby came in there and got a hand on it. No, actually, it just bounced off of Fant's arms, and Byard missed it as it popped in the air.
It's one of those you could just call game then, really.
Come on.
2nd and 10. All right, come on. Lock in the gun, takes the snap, pressured. He's going to get it away in time, and it's complete. DK Metcalf.
I thought they had him. I thought it was going to be a sack. How did they not get him? Somebody hit Drew Lock as he let this go, and instead he gets Metcalf for 20. Jeez.
Yeah. There's Fletch bearing down on him. I really thought Fletch was going to come up with a sack, but instead it is a first down. Lock, hurry up offense, complete to the 31-yard line.
Oh, boy. There's Fant for 8. Come on, Matt. Come on, Patricia. What do you got?
The clock.
How did he get this off?
Remaining. Oh, he's on Bradbury. Just completely loses him with the DK Metcalf. All right, 124. Did he catch that?
There's no way.
Oh, my gosh. No, surely not. Okay, the rest
how did Bradbury not hit that ball out of the way? Man, they're working Bradbury right now.
Knock that out.
Does this not hit the ground?
Did they a catch?
He caught it.
My gosh.
He caught it. That's a catch. He caught it.
I don't know. That might not be the worst thing, I guess, that it's a catch because the clock's got to run.
Yes. But they're going to review it, but this is a catch.
Oh my gosh.
Look at this catch though. This is how did Bradbury
not
pick
thought he had
that?
A pick.
Yeah, look, he holds it on Bradbury's arm. It's a catch. Unbelievable. How did Bradbury not pick that?
What a catch.
He's right there.
Oh, I thought he had it. I really thought he was about to make the pick because he jumped that route. He was in front, and then DK's able to take it from him.
All right, now wind the clock. That's unbelievable. What a play by Metcalf. That guy's a monster. Absolute monster.
It just doesn't matter. We are always going to live through, have to live through these.
Come on.
So everybody saying Burntberry. My gosh, we're never going to get an easy win, easy finish. 105 remaining. Lock takes the snap. 4-man pressure looking right side. It's incomplete. Intended for Charbonnet.
Good pressure there. The defensive line is getting some heat. They're getting close. That looked like miscommunication by Seattle because he wanted a Charbonnet out of the backfield, but the throw wasn't really close. I'm not sure where he's going here.
Yeah, I don't know. Almost like he just wanted to live to fight another day. That was so far right that he missed him. I just get an incompletion for the next down. I don't know. 2nd and 10, minute remaining. Lock takes the snap over the middle, batted away, incomplete. Nicholas Morrow able to get it off of Lockett. Man, I think
it still hit Lockett in the hands after the tip. Oh my goodness! I thought Morrow had a chance there.
Tell there.
I thought Morrow had a chance there. Let's see. Yeah, they're playing a little zone, and Morrow steps right in front of it and gets a hand there. That's a good play by 41. Yeah, it's a good play.
Really good play. He does not make a lot of those, as we know.
Nope.
Passer rating on Morrow is really, really high.
3rd and 10.
Third and 10. 3rd and 10. They will go for it, obviously, but 3rd and 10 here. Locking the gun, Charbonnet to his left. 1 on the play clock. Gets the snap away. 4-man pressure. Deep shot. Right side. It is caught. Oh, my gosh. What a catch. DK Metcalf at the 29-yard line. And I think they roll him out of bounds, or are they running the clock? They're running the clock, but it was delayed running the clock. So there's 45 seconds.
How did he catch that?
Ball at the 29 now. Locke takes the snap. He's going to look middle. Now look left side, throwing it, and it's incomplete. Just throws it out of bounds.
How did he
36 seconds remaining.
Yeah, there should be 5 seconds taken off there.
Yeah, they gave him way more because they stopped it for a long time.
Oh my gosh! Guess who he's working on? Oh, Brown and they unbelievable. It's an unbelievable throw. Oh my god!
That is a great catch and just.
Oh, they're at the 30. 36 seconds. Come on! Please don't blow this. Please don't blow this.
Snap. Now looking right side.
Oh,
it's incomplete. I don't know if Rick's either got a hand on it or just missed Lockett, but
Lockett would still be running if he caught that pass. I can't tell if Rick's got a hand on it either. Yeah, he was down.
Yeah,
they should have taken more time off.
5 fewer seconds there. Wow.
Show us that last play. Rick's might have made a really good play. Come on, defense. You got 3 timeouts. You could burn one if you wanted to rest them a little bit. 3rd and 10.
Sure.
Come on.
Walking the gun. What are we going to do? Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Looking right side. Deep shot for the end zone.
Oh, my gosh.
Smith and Jigba. You've got to be kidding me.
They're going to blow this game. They really are going to blow this game.
Wow. 10 plays, 92 yards, a minute 24. Are you serious?
Guess who he's working on? Guess who? 1-on-1.
James Burntberry, James Badberry, James. I'm going to give you a first down. James, I'm going to hold you. I'm going to commit a penalty. It's a great catch by Smith and Jigba, but wow, this is
They really are going to blow this game, aren't they? They really are going to blow it. This is brutal, man. Brutal. Oh, my gosh.
There's 28 seconds remaining. Seattle up 20-17. I mean, you have your 3 timeouts, so...
Yeah, well, when you have a lead and you get the ball with 6 minutes left and you got to go down and score to seal it and you can't do it, you almost deserve it. You just, gosh darn it.
I don't know what to say.
You know, they've been flirting with losses like this all year long, and they've been able to come out with wins every single time. And guess what? You play with fire enough, you're going to get burned. Here it is. Here it is, right here. You're going to lose on the weekend that Dallas has just given you the NFC East. You're playing a backup quarterback. Your defense is playing much better the entire game. They got to go 92 yards to win, and you're going to give it up. And you're going to give it up, and it's James Bradbury.
It's unbelievable.
You need a miracle.
I know it's not over, but oh my gosh, it's just so infuriating as the kick is into the end zone. So 28 seconds left. You'll have the ball at the 25, 28 seconds, 3 timeouts. What does Jalen Hurts in the offense do? I mean, there is enough time because you've got timeouts, but it's one of those feelings. One of those feelings.
You just can't let them stay in the game. You cannot let them stay in the game. And you let them stay in the game. Oh, he's out of bounds. AJ out of bounds, incomplete.
Mine paused on me now, so I'm a good ways behind, actually. Yeah.
Boy, it hit AJ in the hands, and he got shoved out of bounds. You know, that's the rule. You can do it. That would have helped. 22 seconds. They got to get a chunk play. Got to get a chunk play. And it's insanely loud. Can you get close to field goal range? Are you caught up or no?
No, mine delayed on me. So
Hurts takes the snap, steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. Tons of room to the 40, and then he's going to get hit at the 45, and the Eagles will burn a timeout with 14 seconds left. 12 seconds left. So that gives you a little bit of life. You need about 15 more yards. It's a good run there by Hurts. Oh, man. All right. What do you got? What play can you do to get you within field goal range? Warm up Jake Elliott's leg.
Yeah, well, we know Jake can make it in whatever, so it's raining slightly, and gosh, this is just so so stupid. Like,
they need 20 yards to get it to 61. 20 yards to make it a 61-yarder.
Seconds left.
13 officially. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his left. Takes the snap. Four-man pressure. Clean pocket. Hurts steps up. Deep shot. Right side. It's going to be incomplete. It was picked, but I think he caught it out of bounds. No, they're going to call it a pick. They will call it a pick. Let's see if he got his feet in bounds. That's going to seal it. They're really going to lose this game. I didn't think he did, but I think he might have gotten his feet in bounds.
Did he really?
Let's see. They haven't shown it yet.
I'm behind.
Do you have to go for it all? Let's see. Jumps up, catch, and 1, 2. I think he did. That's a pick. Yeah, it's over. Do you have to go for it all when you just need 15 yards to kick a field goal? That's a pick. They're going to blow this game. They are really going to blow this game, aren't they?
That's it. Yep, it's over.
They're really going to blow this game. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe they're blowing this game. Well, the 1 seed is dead. That's officially dead. And the NFC East is back to being wide open. It's just, oh man. This season is so infuriating to watch sometimes.
Yeah, it's for sure a pick. Mm-hmm. It's over. It is over. Wow.
Do you have to go for it all there? Do you have to go for the home run ball?
Yeah.
You can go anywhere on the field. You got 2 timeouts. Just get 20 yards, 15 yards, and you have a chance here. Yeah, that's a pick. It's a pick.
I'm so just not motivated right now. It's just I know we've lost, but like you said, the 1 seed's done. NFC East is up for grab. You had such a great opportunity. I know that the schedule, the schedule's decent remaining, but still it's one issue or it's the other. And I get that the defense allowed a last-minute score, and that's terrible. And they do deserve a lot of hate for that or whatever. But
yep, it's a pick. Ball game.
The fact that the offense just can't convert a first down late in the game.
It's the offense's fault. Tonight's on the offense.
Stupid.
Tonight's on the offense. Defense played great. James Bradbury, you can get ripped, and he should, but the defense played great the entire night until that final drive, and yet you score 17 points against the Seattle Seahawks defense, man. 17 points. Have fun flying home. It's not nice. What is that? 6-7 hour flight home from Seattle? Have fun with that. That's a fun flight home.
Yeah.
Fun flight home.
Like real fun.
Jeez. Just sickening. Just sickening.
Ugh.
Ball game. Sick. Merry Christmas. That's what you get. Merry Christmas. Oh boy. Oh boy. Tomorrow's going to be really fun.
The opportunities in that game and just to not take advantage of it. You know, your defense shows up time and time again, holds them to 3 points in the first half, holds them to 13 points total for the till the very last point. And I'm sorry, you can't just you can't allow the other team to get the ball back consecutively, and you can't convert a first down. You give them one chance, they don't do anything with it, they punt it back. You can't get another first down, you give them the ball right back. It just happens in this league. You take a deep shot to Quez Watkins. Like, what the heck are you doing? You're moving the football good.
Yep. Oh boy. Man. Yeah. You know, they made a change with Sean Desai, and at some point you got to start asking what's going on with Brian Johnson, because you know what, they have 3 good drives basically the entire game, and the rest of it is pretty average, pretty lame. Yep. Yeah. Jacob says, call me crazy. Horrible play call. Get 10 yards of an easy field goal. Why would you bomb it downfield? Great question. You didn't need to do it.
I just don't know. There were spurts of it early in the game. Like, hey man, you're changing things. You're hurry up offense. You're getting first downs. You're not trying to be cute. You're not taking stupid, unnecessary deep shots. And the offense did okay. And then Matt Patricia's defense looking solid. And again, I would still argue, I see a couple comments, is Matt effing Patricia and defense, same old. Like, yeah, I get the defense allowed the last minute score, but I would say that's not on them. I know statistically it is, but the offense should be better than this. As an offensive team, you got to put up more than 17. You got to do something. Your last, after scoring a touchdown on the opening possession of the second half, you go punt, interception. That's just it's unacceptable.
It starts with the quarterback. You know, play calling aside. He's been less than average the past 3 weeks. Really bad. And it's turnovers. It's fumbles against the Cowboys. It's interceptions against the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah. All you got to do is win one of these past 3 games, and they get the 1 seed. They get the NFC East. It's all still out in front of you, and now you got to fly home. You got to have a terrible week because it's Christmas and your head's somewhere else. Yet now you got to come back and you got to beat the Giants. You can't let it fully unravel, and then you got to hope that the Cowboys lose to the Dolphins, and you got to hope that the Cowboys lose to the Lions. It's just... it's right there for the taking, and good football teams take it, you know. And I know that we took it against the Buffalo Bills, and we went and took it against the Kansas City Chiefs. That's months ago, right? It doesn't matter anymore. You got to win now. And the fact that they are unable to win a game, let alone win a game by double-digit points, is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous against Drew Lock, and they can't get a stop. 92 yards right down the field. Unbelievable.
So stupid.
It's
unbelievable.
Say it was fun while it lasted, but now we've been playing like trash all season. It finally caught up with us. This is a great example of it finally catching up with us, because we've been playing bad for long stretches, and for whatever reason, it finally bit us in the butt. It really did.
It did. I struggle of really anything to say. It's so frustrating at this point. It's like there's brief moments again, like we've seen, but to your point, doesn't matter of what we did previously or what teams we beat or anything. I was really optimistic. Not gonna lie, I was very optimistic. Waking up today, defensive coordinator, defensive change there. I'm gonna play better. Offense just needs to get some things in check, but you see it again. You got it's the situational football, situational play calling.
And
can't get a stop.
As Twitter likes to point out, you know, Jalen Hurts has regressed. He has gotten worse. He has not been better than last year. He has been worse, and I think on that final play, he had Kenny Gainwell pretty open. He could dumped it off and gotten some yards after catch and got us in a field goal range. Just,
He loves the deep shot.
Loves the deep shot. And yet he was, 0 for 4 on him with 2 picks?
Mm-hmm.
The worst part is everybody talking a big game this week. Everybody talked a big game this week. Everything's going to change. It's different now. We've all been yelling at each other and looking at each other in the mirror. Nothing changed. Defensively, they were better. Yes. Offensively, nothing changed. This is the exact same football team. Literally, it's exact. Because the Eagles this year have had great moments and great drives, opening drive, and then they will just be terrible for large swaths of the game, and they were terrible for the final half of that game. Horrible.
Yeah. It is it's mind-boggling. It really is. The fact that it's the same thing over and over and over, and you'd expect a little bit of a change there, and maybe we saw it from the defensive side, but it's the same issue every single time. You've got, like we talked about, the situational issues, but you're taking shots when you shouldn't. You should be checking it down. You should be running the football. You should be just sticking behind that because it's working, and there's no reason to get cute or try to force something or score because it's like, oh, hey, maybe we can catch the defense off guard. Stick with what works. Like, you were being physical. You were being dominant. Certainly towards the end of the fourth quarter, run the football in the game. Like, what were you down to? We were down to like 3 minutes, and all of a sudden you're gonna try to get cute and take a deep shot. I don't understand it. It's the most ridiculous thing.
Love your content, guys. Keep up the awesome. Maybe tomorrow they'll demote the DC. I don't know if they're going to do any more demoting, but I would demote the OC, not the DC. 3 Chief drop passes right there. Luck isn't always going to bail us out. Defense did play better. Personnel issues. Yeah, it's true. It's true. You're not always going to get bailed out. And if you can't close a game, it's what they did so well last year. They just closed games. They just nail in coffins. They ended it in the fourth quarter. There was never a chance to come back. And I don't know. I honestly felt like they were going to win that game and get a stop, but not the case. Where was the interception? Not DPI, or am I off? I didn't see it. It's 2 bad decisions by Jalen Hurts. You throw to Quez one-on-one when he's not that open, bad decision. And you throw to A.J. Brown when there's 3 guys bracketing him. You still have a chance to get in the middle of the field or dump it off and run for 10, 15 yards. I've been so optimistic this year, and I've been trying to tell people, come off away from the edge of the cliff. They have 10 wins. They're going to be okay. Don't worry about it. But they have not proven to me the past 3 weeks that they have any interest in changing things because nothing's changed. Defensively, sure, but it doesn't matter. It's not a defensive league. It's an offensive league. You have to go able to score points. And they move the football at times. They move the ball against the Cowboys. But guess what? Shoot themselves in the foot. 3 turnovers. Move the ball against the Seattle Seahawks. But guess what? 2 turnovers in like a span of 5 minutes. When all you got to do is get a first down and you steal the game. That's it.
That's all you got to do.
All you got to do. First down and steal the game. Nope. Not the case.
Just move the football. But instead, again, you decide to take deep shots. You decide to... What had Quez done... Not even in the past few weeks. What had Quez done in this game to say, like, oh, hey, maybe we can, throw a deep ball to Quez Watkins, like, we'll catch him off guard or whatever. Like, I don't care if we're trying to do whatever to throw it off guard. Quez Watkins does not deserve that play call. Like, you should never be throwing that one. And yes, it's on Jalen because he's throwing it up there to it. Sure, it's a play call because they're saying, let's see if we can take a shot with a Quez Watkins, but he's not that playmaker. If you're going to throw a deep shot, throw it to A.J. Brown. If it's a one-on-one there, sure, that's fine. If it's Devontae Smith, absolutely. Like, those guys are going to try to go up and make a play, but there's no trust there in Quez Watkins. So, I don't know. Ultimately, it is Jalen who's making the call to actually let the ball leave his hands and take the shot there, but it's just, there's so many things with this offense that I was feeling like, hey, maybe we answered some of these. And the longer the game went on, the sad part is that Seahawks made adjustments. Eagles did not. They just kind of resorted back to what we'd seen on the offensive side of the ball.
At some point, you have to have pride. You have to have that winning mentality. And I thought they had it. I mean, how many times have they done it earlier in the season? You had to have it. They don't have it anymore. Yep. Will not win a Super Bowl and runs a playoff game playing this. Joe hasn't played well since he got the bag. It's facts. I mean, the Rams would be the 7 seed. You play the 7 seed as the 2 seed. The Rams are hot. Philadelphia's not. Are we stopping the Ram offense? Are we scoring on the Ram defense at this point? Right now, no.
No.
Abandoning the run before half. Hurts made worse and worse decisions each week. Might be a first-round exit. Might be.
Could be. As sad as that would be, it could be. Because there's so many play calls. Nando Jr. says it's like Brian Johnson's calling Madden plays. Shaking my head, trash. Yeah, it's what it feels like at times. There's moments where you say, hey, that's creative. Hey, that's actually working out. Catching the defense off guard. And then you resort back to one of those. It's absolutely just telegraphed, and you know what he's going to do. I don't understand. Luke says, hey, guys, we just didn't play up to the standard, right? We'll be better, with a lot of laughing emojis. Yeah, that's
what you're going to hear.
That's what they're going to say. Didn't play to the standard.
Yep.
I don't agree with these several comments here of fire Matt Patricia. Fire Matt Patricia like the Lions did. Trash. Sorry. I'll disagree with you there. It's not a perfect game. Matt Patricia was fine. To me, he was more than fine. I would be acceptable with that performance because the players were in positions to make plays. I would argue that the moments that the Seahawks took advantage of were because of players missing tackles or players not taking advantage of. They were right there to either make the pick or make a big play on the ball, and they just didn't do that. So
Bradbury, he has the pick right in his hands, in his hands, and he just drops it.
I have no issue with it.
Zeta says we shouldn't get penalties on third down in the red zone. Bradbury needs to be benched. Well, it's hard to do when you're already missing Slay. But what he sends me to watch the rest of the regular season now. It's a good point. It's gonna be a rough 3 weeks, and they have to win out. You have to win out, or you will be the 5 seed, and you will go to San Francisco in round 2. You'll play Tampa, and then you'll go to San Francisco in round 2. So you must win out, or you will for sure not make it past the divisional round. Elbert says DCs were good enough, but OC play calls are trash. Yeah. This whole idea that Brian Johnson is some sort of offensive whiz, and the national media pushes this, that he's going to be a top head coaching candidate. What part of this offense makes you want that to be your new head coach? Genuinely. What do we do well? What do we do well?
Call deep shots, throw the ball deep. I mean, just unnecessary risks. I don't know. I don't know what it is that they're seeing in Brian Johnson, but yeah, it continues to be the speculation. It's like, really hot head coaching candidate, leading the Eagles offense, knows how to coach a guy like Jalen, obviously, because he was the QB coach, and then he's now moved to OC. And I don't know. I'm not sure what people see there, but there's questions, there's concerns. Again, how much is it with Sirianni, coming back into play too? And is he micromanaging? Is it all Brian Johnson? It's hard to say. Like, I really have no clue, but it looked like it was going to be a drastic difference the entire game, and we only got it for about the first 3 or 4 possessions, and then kind of slowly started to kind of resort back to old ways. Then the second half, it looked drastically different. The opening drive, I guess I should say, looked good, looked positive, and then after that, you just went away from it. I don't understand it.
Black Pirate King says no excuses. 17 points with a 28th ranked defense. Eagles seem defeated and have given up on themselves. That's the biggest challenge for Sirianni. He's got to rally the troops. Like, you cannot have them quit on you. You can't have a 10-win team quit on you, and yet it seemed like they did. Maybe Derek Carr was right. Horrible quarterback play. Or David Carr, not Derek Carr. I don't like to think he's right, but he might have been. Dirty Air says Patricia was solid. Just don't have the DBs to cover anyone. I blame Howie for keeping Bradbury over T.J. Edwards. Yeah, I mean, it's starting to look like Howie had, he had a bad free agency period. It's starting to seem that way.
Yeah.
Jay dropping a super chat. Didn't say anything. You can say something, Jay, if you want to. Yeah, that's tough. All right, well, we're going to wrap things up. We'll have recaps tomorrow, as we always do. See what this one is from BSPN. He says, I find it funny right before the pick, the game announced the Eagles are still in this. They're only 13 yards from Elliott's range. Why is a $50 million a year quarterback not aware of this? Well, I mean, he is. If you get a pass interference, you get a catch. But again, you look back at the film, and it's a tough decision to throw to triple coverage. So, yeah, it's rough. Yep.
We agreed on it. It's again, why are you taking the deep shot? You got to pick up 15, 20 yards. I know it's not automatic. Sure, Elliott could have missed it, but we know his range, and I don't know. It's like with everything else, why did they do that? Why did they not do this? It's the play calling, and it's situational play calling. And the bigger the moment, the worse that it seems to get. And it's terrible.
Veronica says, we're going to talk about standards now. They will, but that's going to be a really fun press conference. Really fun press conference. Missing Kazir White and TJ Edwards bad. Yeah, we missed TJ Edwards very bad. Very bad.
No doubt.
That was a mistake by Howie Roseman. $6 million. All it costed. Oh, yeah. Big time.
Yeah, you could add him for sure. And Shaq Leonard, we'll see it more in the breakdown, but Shaq Leonard did not play well. Again, I see all the comments, and I understand. I'm not saying that Patricia pitched a shutout and he was perfect, but it's more on the players. Defensive issues was more on the players tonight. On the offensive side, you had some miscues from the players, but the play calling, I don't understand. It makes no sense the way that you resorted back to a conservative play call style. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, wait, let's take a deep shot now. Let's go to Quez. I don't know why he's on the field. I don't even know why he's on the field. He shouldn't be out there. That should not be an option out there for Jalen to throw to. And maybe it's Jalen's fault too, because he missed Smitty a couple times. Certainly one on a first down where he could have taken the check down. Instead, he takes a deep shot to A.J. Brown, ends up being incomplete, and they're off a miscommunication. So, yeah, Jalen deserves blame as well. He's taking a step back possibly. You could make the argument that he was sick. So, I get it. Like foggy-headed, you're not thinking clearly. The reactions is not as good. So maybe, but we've seen it in other games where he's not sick and he's just missing the check down. He's missing it right in front of me because he wanted to take the deep shot. So it goes back and forth, though, because we know this play calling and these offensive coordinator minds, or in Brian Johnson or in Nick Sirianni, is the fact that they like these long developing routes. They like the deep shots. So have they ingrained in Jalen, like constantly just look for the deep shot because that's what the offense is called? Maybe. I don't know. But it's certainly on the offensive side. I don't see where you spin this and say the defense is the one to blame for all the main stuff, because that should have been the offense, not even allowing the defense to have a chance to screw it up at the end, trying to get a stop. I know that they went 92 yards. I totally get that. And Burnt Berry, Bad Berry, whatever you want to call him, made some terrible plays. It did not come up with it, but there were positions that they were put in, and the offense could have very easily stopped that. So I don't know.
Oh, boy. All right. We're going to wrap things up here. Appreciate everyone watching. We got recaps coming tomorrow. Shout out to Matt Johnson, who lost his fantasy football league this week. So that sucks for him. And we will have recaps on it tomorrow. Recaps on it tomorrow. Jeez. All right. We sign off. I'm getting tired of these depressing sign-offs, but here we are. What are you going to do? Josh Davis and Thomas Mott. We sign off. See you guys.
See ya.